I'm mad at you.
What
Still.
for? What
For
for
fucking yesterday, you little bitch.
Yeah, it was an honest mistake.
No, what? 10 minutes past midnight? Oh, it must be Wednesday then.
I
Fuck
didn't
off,
check 12, I just looked at today.
So it wasn't my fault then.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
my
Alan
fault.
misunderstood. And, of
No.
course,
I understand where the confusion came
terrible
from.
microphone.
Oh, I like his mic.
I hate his mic. It sort of feels like he's talking like this at all times.
Yeah, I get that. Don't take the fuzzy
Is this
thing off.
better?
I don't like that. Look
I'm
like
not taking the fuzzy thing off though.
No, he's just done this instead. If he took the fuzzy thing off, it would sound more like that.
I don't have a fuzzy thing.
I thought you got the. I thought you got them with the desk mics, Alan. You got the little fuzzy thing.
No,
Cookie, have fun. Will do.
I was... Because me other ones, like, completely shattered and shit. So I couldn't use it. And the only one I could get was really, really shitty. And so I decided to get a different one with, like, a speaker built into it.
Uh-huh.
Which is, like, I forgot what it is. I think it's Skull Candy, something gay like that. But, yeah, I got that instead.
Coolies.
Anyway.
I'm dealing with only...
Connor.
Hi, Alan, you fucking cunt.
Oh. God. Are you excited for Soul Calibur?
I don't know. I want
How
to
come?
be, but I'm very cautious.
Why is that? Is that because of the DLC?
DLC?
You know, I heard the Day 1 DLC shit.
No.
Do you know fucking... God, I forgot her name. The ring weapon one.
Oh yeah, the we had schizophrenic kind of thing.
Yeah, well, she's in the game, but she's Day 1 DLC.
Why?
Because it's Capcom. Is it? Is it Capcom?
I don't care. I don't like her.
I didn't like her either.
So what's
No.
that? So that's just like to unlock it a players, or then?
Yeah.
Mm.
And Lizard Boy's not back, and everyone's been complaining about it, but I've never really seen anybody care about Lizard Boy.
Yeah, I didn't care about Lizard Boy.
I liked Lizard Boy's fighting style, but
His fighting style's there. He's just not there, and you can make a Lizard Boy because there are there's a race of Lizard Boys you can be.
then
It's
I
like
don't care.
skeleton. I cannot wait, man. Though the scythe's back, and it's like the best weapon ever.
But it's not though, is it? Like,
It is.
but it's not though, is it? Because it's still
Not-
going to lose to just about everything.
It's not.
I'm just
It's
gonna be
not.
brand new to the whole thing still.
Oh God.
What, Andrew?
I'm gonna be brand new to the whole thing still.
Yeah.
I think we should talk about how Soul Calibur is like the absolute best, and about how it brought us together. Because I think that in WWE.
The whole Soul Calibur escapade could have been made into like an 80s action film.
Yeah, complete 80s action film, because that's like, I knew you two before then, but the Soul Calibur stuff is where we actually became friends.
Oh, well, yeah, actually, I didn't read that. Actually, did solidify it.
Yeah,
That's strange.
because we were like I came up a few times for like drinking escapades, because for some reason, you know, Connor was the party boy.
Connor was one of the most popular kids in school.
The popular
was
kid. He didn't like the popularity. He's just there. He was
That's
like,
why. That's
it was
why he
like-
was popular, because he didn't care.
it was like party at Connor's, and Connor was like, I don't care. And everyone was like, oh, he's so cool. It was when he had the jet
Also,
black
yeah.
hair
Jet
and
black
then-
hair and permanent shades too.
Permanent shades.
and smoking through the hole where his piercing was. You know, it's just so cool.
And spitting water on people.
Post the picture
And-
so this chat's for it.
and so I got nice through then, and then like people start dying down, and nobody came up Connor's anymore apart from me, Connor, and
there it is.
Jack. Oh God, absolute alpha stud. had his pick of the men and women. But no, like fucking turns around and like I don't know. I think like it did start dying. Like people stopped coming up, didn't they?
Well, yeah, what it was is I stopped fucking, like, drinking as much. So people were just like, nah, like, people
Yeah.
didn't want to bother if there was no, like, drink and no party. So it was like a party boy thing, but without the fucking getting smashed.
And,
Like, I'd
and
have
people
people
were like,
around, but...
and people were like, wow, Connor, really? You're gonna say no to drugs, you loser? And
Yeah,
you know.
basically.
But I was like, oh well, I don't need it. And then like and then it was when I came up and nobody else was up, not even fucking Jack. And we were like, I think you just got Soul Calibur, something like that.
It would have been I just got Soul Calibur 4.
Yeah. And we were like, oh, let's play it. And then me and you got really into it and got into the character customization more than out. And then Jack came up and Jack was like, Jack didn't care about the fighting. Jack just cared about the character customization.
Yeah, because it's fucking cool.
Jack fucking loved the character customization, and so he
really
named his
good.
character. So he named his character Jackie. You know, it's
Yeah,
like,
big Y.
yeah, why
Hard
not?
Y.
And got admit better in the long run. And Andrew, his first fucking character. Have we ever told you about his first character?
No.
Right. So, do you know Ring Girl? Do you know Ring Girl that we were going on about? Her moveset is very sexual. Like, it's very, like, you know, she's going about and stuff. And
Just kind of
Basically
imagine,
a pool dancer with a circular pool.
yeah,
imagine Harley Quinn, but
aye,
like
That's
Japanese.
that's just hers.
yeah.
And he turns and Jack turns around and goes, "Oh, Ring Blade, that sounds really cool." And he just puts it on without playing it first.
No test
And-
or anything.
And just like a mad lad, it just picks it, right? He picks all of his clothes and shit, right? And like, you know, like all this kind of stuff. And we play a game, and like, cause you got openings, and his openings, like the guy, like he sounds super gay. He's like, "Not bad for trash."
And he's like
and-
spinning it around himself and like contorting.
Yeah.
It was
And
something.
we were fucking howling, right?
My hours of hard work.
And and he, like, Jack seemed kind of broken, and then because you could take off armor on Soul Calibur 4, and so like when
if you kept doing like sort of body attacks, you'd break off like the middle. And if you
Like you would shatter like the clothing, so it would be like once you beat once you beat them once, the shirt would shatter.
yeah, and and I still remember to this day, fucking Jack doing the shit for off, boys. When-
Oh fucking shit!
Because pretty much, unless you pick like a leotard, if your top armor got destroyed, you just
Yeah.
shirtless.
So there was like different layers, Andrew. You had like underclothes, which was like you could have like boxers or like mummy bandages or like a leotard. But like if you chose anything but the leotard, when your clothes shattered, you were essentially just butt naked.
Yeah, you were butt naked. You were like our icons right now, Lust and Envy, and just naked
It's
as
just
the
simple as fuck.
Yeah, like legit, you'd just be running around with no shirt on, and Jack would lose every round ever and lose his shirt every single time.
Because Jack was shit, and I still remember because this was my proper bonding session with Jack. Because I met up Jack before we went to Connor's, and me it was no real competition because Connor was fucking amazing at the game.
The thing is, I
They were
eventually
good.
found my class I liked, right? Which was
Staff
was it
boy.
Zai. Is that his name or something?
Killick?
Killick, that was it, yeah,
because then I
Killick.
changed him into some. Yeah, so Killick, and he was like, he used a big staff, and he was cool, and it was like
It was like Monkey King style.
No,
like,
it wasn't.
No, it
Monkey
went on
King
about
was
5.
later. Yeah,
Yeah,
on
but
4.
it was the same basis. It was like the staff fucking combat shit. You'd leap around on the staff as too as
Kinda,
well.
yeah. I don't know. He wasn't as like.
It wasn't as like
monkey-esque,
fantastical, but it still had the basis there.
Yeah.
But
And
it was a staff and it was sick.
It was really cool, and so like I was getting into that, and I was getting all right at it, but I was pretty fucking shit, and I could
And he
never
was
beat
still
Connor
spamming buttons.
because Connor wouldn't just focus on one. I think he started off with like Siegfried, then moved on to Nightmare, but then eventually, because it was his game, he mastered, and I'm not fucking joking about mastered. Mastered, I'd say 8 out of 9 of the fighting styles.
The one I couldn't get was like there was Savantas, I think, like the dual swords. I couldn't work that out. And then there was the ones that equip a random fighting style I could never adjust to either. So like there's two characters where like they don't have a fighting style, they just like randomly pick one of them in the game.
Oh, okay, right.
And so it like, and so all the fights used to be was like when Jack and fucking Connor went at it, Jack would get really, really mad. And he would like rage quit after like 2-3 games maybe. And then it'd be my turn, and I never rage quit. I never gave in until I beat him.
It was fucking bullshit though. Like, cause there was this thing you could do with Siegfried Nightmare where, do you know, like juggling and Street Fighter games and shit, and like Mortal Kombat and all that. You can do that on this fucking 3D fighting game. You could do that. You could just position yourself just right to keep them in the air, and it was just like fucking
the
tennis.
difference was Nightmare. You could juggle them. It wasn't extreme like other games. I could juggle Jack maybe 4 or 5 times if I got lucky.
It was enough. You were fucking done. There was no point you fucking playing.
It was enough to win. But then Siegfried was like the opposite. So like the fighting styles, Nightmare / upwards is his like primary attack. Then Siegfried slashes downwards.
Down.
So it would be like I would play Nightmare in one match, beat Jack by juggling him, and then the next match I would just slam him into the ground over and over, and he'd be like, "For fuck's sake!"
So I was done. I was fucking done. So there was this one time when like we were going around Connors and Alan was free, so I was like, "Oh, like come up," and then so we sat playing some video games. And then it was like, do you want to play Soul Calibur? I went, no, because we're going to be playing it not... Because I bought it! I bought my own fucking copy!
Because you wanted to train, you know, off the record, just, I want to beat him!
Fucking playing through the campaign, which doesn't prepare you at all. Because I knew the moves! I could play the game, I could beat it like on regular difficulties and
I was
stuff.
the final boss.
It was. Going around Connors was just too much. It was like literally the fucking... Lion's Den. Yeah. So Alan came over and said, do you want to play some SoCal? I was like, no, like I really fucking don't. And he goes, well, like, we'll practice. We'll have some practice. And then we'll fucking 80s montage that shit.
Proper 80s, because I was like, because he turned around and he told us, because I was like, so what are you doing with him? What's his moveset? And
you kind of just rub your face on the controller and he does some shit.
And yeah, like, because he spams a lot of buttons when he's fucking scared and everything, and then like he'd beat and he'd just punch.
Yeah, and like he'd be mid combo and then break the combo by just like hitting the wrong button or something.
What I normally done was
turned around and I told him like the little basics. I was like, Ari, so this is what this is usually your big combo, what you do, and you know all this kind of stuff, because like and I'm saying this as a brag right now, right? From everybody, like from all of us who played Soul Calibur. Like, I was only ever on Connor's level, in comparison to the rest of them.
Yeah, Alan had the highest win rate, and it was like 10%, so...
It was still good. Yeah, it was good enough to get you angry, Connor.
Yeah, it always fucking annoyed us, because it was fucking horseshit every time you won.
If you're thinking about juggling, I was the fucking juggler. Like,
I fucking hated that fucking scythe twirly bullshit.
Fucking scythe twirly bullshit was literally the best thing ever, and that's the only reason, because he was like, you win, Alan. And I was like, that's because I know the moves. I was like, I'll show you the moves.
I spent hours poring over like the move list to like learn what linked into what.
That fucking annoyed us, right?
It wasn't even, but it wasn't even hours with Jack. It was like, I think it was like 40 minutes until we came up.
Yeah, no, we had about an hour.
Yeah, and Jack was like...
Do you know what fucking wound me up beyond belief while we're on the subject of move list? Versus Harris, right? You could do, you would have you use the same fucking nunchucks the whole time, right?
Oh, yeah.
You'd be like 3 or 4.
2 swords.
No, you use the Maxi or something it was called.
And then he would use Ezio after.
No, that was 5. That was on 5.
Yeah.
I'm sure he used like Natsu's fighting style, you know, because he was like, I'm gonna be a ninja, and he named his character Scorpion, and that's what.
No, I'm pretty sure he literally went full Bruce Lee. Like he had this little ninja outfit with nunchucks.
I'm sure he had nunchucks.
I don't remember.
Anyways, so fucking you would be versing them, and you would hit him maybe say 2 or 3 times. You would pause it again. Right, hold on then, and you look for his move list.
No, that was. I'm sure that was Mortal Kombat.
It was any fighting game with Harris.
I'm pretty sure. I know. I used to do my.
Do you remember? Do you remember Devil Jin's combo?
Oh God, no. When we unlocked Devil Jin, because I was it's a Tekken character, and I used to play Tekken, so I knew that he had laser eyes, and like when we just unlocked him, I was like, I'm sure he's got a laser eye move, and they were like, no, and the laser eye move is the most OP thing because it's like. It goes the entire map, like from top to bottom.
Yeah, so you essentially like look at the ground and then bring your head up so it like hits the entire screen. Yeah. And it's like, unblockable.
You fly upward as well. You fly upward, so it's like hard to like get them. Okay. But anyway, so it turns out that like I didn't realize it, but I set in motion the thing of creating a monster because Jack went and. He did get beat, but it was kind of, he was very proud of, like, how close he got, because he did get close with Connor a good couple of times.
Because Connor's just sitting there ready to do his fucking bullshit stuff, and I'm, like, whipping out combos, and he's like, oh my.
And blocks properly. What used to...
tapping the A button.
You see, what Connor used to hate about me, right, was I grappled at the right time, every time.
So as you know, Andrew, throws in fucking fighting games are the most like frustrating thing to try and counter ever. You're always like, I fucking pressed it, but it never fucking happens. Alan would always like do mid combo jugglers. I would hit the floor, and then as soon as I got up, and I would be like, well, okay then.
And
why is grabbing in every video game shit?
What do you mean shit? It's amazing.
For Honor was bollocks and all.
But
it wasn't that bad.
Bad.
But but I swear, right, nothing will get us more angry, right, than, because Jack's best moveset, it's not Killick, it's Mitsurugi.
Oh, Mitsurugi, I love Mitsurugi. Let's not talk about
Mitsurugi. Right, okay, so, Andrew, Mitsurugi uses a single katana. He's very much like, he's like one of the most, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like beginner-friendly movesets.
Yeah.
Right.
If you imagine Orochi, patient Orochi, where they just stand still and wait for you to move, then they smack you in the face. That's what Jack did on Mitsurugi.
Fuck you, Jack.
You would run in and try and hit him, and his attack would come out so quick, and he'd just be like bounced back, put a mile, and be like,
and he became the new Connor.
Mitsurugi's
literally, anytime he used that move, it was like boss.
Some fucking bullshit.
I still remember. I am horrendously proud at this. Right, is that because like we wanted to kind of go online.
Yeah, I knew the online story was coming up. Fuck you.
And Connor made his fucking character, but he made him because like you used to get like abilities with your armor.
Yeah, you used to get the way it worked was your armor used to affect your stats. So when you went online, you had some fucking ridiculous custom characters because you had to. And I spent like an hour and a half maximizing the stats that I wanted and shit like that.
For me, it was all about style. It was all like looking like the edgiest piece of shit ever. With like he had a.
What, sorry, Andrew?
Is this where the whole gas mask thing came in? Or was
No, that was fucking WWE.
But no, this he was edgy. He had like shirt off, fucking big spine on his back. Look, and then he had this evil like.
He had such a shit voice.
Oh, he had the best voice. Don't even lie. You were jealous that I got the voice perfect.
Yeah, jealous is the word we're looking for.
And so Connor went online and we were like, "Go on, Connor," right? And he kept getting his arse kicked, and his arse kicked, and his arse kicked.
On the topic of gas masks, by the way, this is Alan on XCOM.
Beautiful.
And
a big guy.
He is a pretty big guy.
Nice.
But so he turned. So I'm sitting there like, "Can I have a go?" And he's like, "Aye." And I beat me first match.
Yeah, he goes online and he just absolutely demolishes him, twirling his fucking scythe about, and the dude cannot do nothing. And I'm just sitting there like, you just put Master one, and I'm so fucking mad.
and I just turned to Connor with the smuggest look ever, and just
biggest
went
shit-eating grin I've ever seen.
Because Because it was my character, I did not mark like shitty as well because I just like
Whoa.
literally I had my shirt off. I did not plan for it, like with me custom character, and so I was just like, Connor, I thought you were good at this game.
Fucking.
And Connor was like, you and me right now, Alan, come on. I'm like, I'm sorry, Connor, sorry. I'll forgive you. But like that game really did bring us together. I loved it. And then Soul Calibur 5 came out and we played the fucking campaign together.
Oh, the campaign.
I think I've heard about this.
It's something like it's very like it's Japanese is the best way I can describe it. It's so fucking awful.
It hails from
Right.
the cursed Isle of Japan.
It's just the guy that you played as was so unlikable in every fucking stage.
Yeah, like
It was-
every previous game had like Siegfried and Nightmare as like the central protagonist and antagonist. Like there was a huge storyline with it where like Nightmare is actually the sword, not the character, and Nightmare took over Siegfried and he became like the Azure Knight, and then everything went to shit, and then Siegfried broke free, and then he became the fucking crystal wearing armor motherfucker and vowed to destroy Nightmare. Then Soul Calibur 5 comes along and it's like, yeah, they don't exist anymore, they're basically washed up. Have Patroclus, and he was a curly haired fag.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it wasn't just that. It was like he was the worst. Like he was an idiot, like the biggest idiot ever. There was like the sinister motherfucker that he worked for. That was like, yes, well, don't suppose you can kill more innocent people?
Yeah, like it is.
And he's
fucking,
like-
his,
and then
his
he
boss
laughs
might as
when
well
he's-
have had an anagram of Nightmare as his name. It was
And then, like-
fucking ludicrous.
And then he kills these people, but like he laughs while he does it because it's like you're manifested.
Yeah, he's,
Yeah,
the whole thing where
is it's like people get evil, like they get the evils and they become referred to as the Malfested.
But he is
And
so fucking
Patroclus-
evil.
Really hates the Malfested for like no founded reason other than the fact that for some reason they needed to give him a bit of edge.
Right.
And then his fucking the worst
His
thing
sister.
is fucking sister. Right? I hate her character.
yeah, she
and
was
I
the
hate-
whole. She was the damsel in distress character.
She
but-
was the I don't know how to fight, brother. Please rescue me. And
And
it
she
was
killed everybody.
yeah.
She like you played her right, and she was like, I don't want to fight you. But like she's got like fucking that edgy Harley Quinn character behind her going kill them all, and for some reason she was like, all right, and then she just fucking wiped the
Yeah.
floor with everybody. But she's like, I don't want to kill, and it's like you're seeing something and you're doing the other thing,
Yeah.
right? Like I don't believe you. Fucking sword fucking circle girl doesn't believe you. Who fucking believes you? And like she becomes evil and Patroclus has like, but it gets creepy because Patroclus is like, I hate all manifested, but his sister's manifested, and he's like, oh well, this is your sister.
If you ever feel like torturing yourself,
How long is this?
God,
Oh,
that's 2 hours long.
that's a
Jesus.
fighting game story.
Oh, it just gets so creepy.
It's like there's this bit where I don't know if this like it'll be like spoilers, but it's like where you get to Soul Calibur or something.
Yeah, you
But-
find Siegfried, and Siegfried's like Soul Calibur. So Soul Calibur is the crystal sword shit. Yeah, Andrew. Like the whole thing is like Soul Calibur is based around these two eternal swords that are constantly at war with one another. Blah 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 blah. People seek the legends of the swords and end up like it's stuck in this eternal struggle. That's the whole point of Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur being the crystal sword, you find Siegfried, and Siegfried's like, yeah, so Soul Calibur doesn't respond to me anymore. It's like, okay. And he's like, I will test you. And you fight him, and Siegfried goes down like a punk. And then it's like, he gives you Soul Calibur, but it's a tiny little short sword. It went from being like this massive crystals to this tiny little fucking short sword. And it changes his clothes and everything.
But the kicker is that Soul Calibur is actually his mother.
Yeah, Soul Calibur's soul is actually his mother because his mother is... Oh, I just don't know. I don't.
And she's like a scantily dressed angel woman from the future, and it's really weird, and it's strange because he's like, "Mother, why?"
They tried to do a whole. Even
Star
though Soul
Wars.
Calibur's good, it's not necessarily good because it's very one-minded. Like that's the whole.
Oh.
Rip Allen.
Inevitable.
But it's trying to do like a similar to what WoW did, where it's like the light isn't necessarily inherently good because it's just as obsessed with destroying evil as evil is with good destroying good or whatever.
Right.
But it's just a failure. Like they did a whole thing where it's like as well where they're both like so his sister ends up like imbued with soul edge and like essentially becomes Nightmare. And they both like unlock like the hidden powers of the sword, and then you literally get like Alpha Patroclus and fucking Omega fucking Sophia or whatever the fuck, and it's just not great.
It's pretty bad.
He's not worried that the next Soul Cal's going to be just as like this. No?
I won't
You
really
don't play
care.
for the story. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you play it for the story, you're doing it wrong as fuck.
The law's pretty silly in any case.
The law's cool in essence, but when you actually like watch cutscenes and shit, it's terrible.
Well, like you can go about. Oh well, hold on. We'll wait for Alan because Alan want to talk about this site, but I don't know what's wrong with him. He's still online.
I remember Zvai's fighting style. That was really cool.
Gosh darn it, Alan.
I was going to say, who do you think I would main then? But I should wait for Alan.
Yeah, wait.
It's really hard to say, actually. Like, mine's really predictable, but there are a lot of fighting styles, and all of them are really good. Like, I don't think there's any one that stands out as bad other than Voldo, and Voldo's actually really good if you know how to
I've
play.
done the dyslexic thing again.
I know.
I've spent Alan as anal.
I know who Voldo is. He just showed us who that creepy fucker is.
He's a fucking gimp.
Yeah, that was a thing too. Like, in the storyline, they neglected to mention any of the, like, characters. Like, Siegfried and Ivy and, like, all of the memorable faces you see in, like, the promotional stuff. They were all just cameos, essentially, in Soul Calibur 5, like, in the story. Some characters weren't even fucking mentioned. Like, you don't see Mitsurugi in it at all. He was just in the roster, but had nothing to do with the story.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's a fighting game. You can't expect too much, but it did a really cool thing with the timeline, though. Do you remember that, Jack?
The timeline?
On Soul Calibur 4, where you could like look
Yeah,
at the timeline of the entire franchise.
I can't remember that actually. I was going to bring up something with the timeline, but
I wish Alan would get in here.
I'm going to quickly call him.
Yeah.
I've actually got his right number. Hopefully this is it.
This is what we've devolved to.
I'm surprised if you have Alan's proper number.
Yeah, same.
Oh.
I'm ready to mute me mic in case this isn't the right Alan.
No, if it's the right Alan, if it's not the right Alan, you should not mute your mic.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey.
What's happening?
Where you at?
No idea. It's like my connection's supposed to be thinking, but I'm gonna have to restart my computer because for some reason it's just not fucking loading back in.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry,
That's-
just continue on without us.
That's
Okay,
not the
but I
su-
want
that's
to
not-
bring up the. Okay, righto. Bye.
For fuck's sake.
Okay.
I'll speak out of the phone, just let them know.
I can't remember what my point was. What we were talking about.
We're talking about Soul Calibur's
Oh yeah, that
story.
was it. So we were talking about the storyline. We went through the whole storyline thing, just a little catch up. But I'm not really bothered about the storyline, like the next one, because you can just like sort of pass it off. Because I've always done like really weird and wacky things with it, like the Scythe guy when you completed his story. Because it was this black guy who was like
He was
huge
Egyptian and
yeah.
immortal.
immortal Egyptian. So then, when you completed his story, I can't remember how, like the whole ending, but like
He
right at the
becomes
end,
like a CEO of a company,
Yeah.
right?
he's standing in the middle of the desert with a
In a
suit on,
suit.
and then all of a sudden, like this helicopter lands, like, "Sir, we've got the merger on the line." He's like, "Tell him to wait," and then he gets
Yeah.
in the helicopter, and it's just like, this guy was just
Well,
murdering people for sight,
whole-
and now he's a businessman.
Yes, it's very goofy, but like
Bottom now, you hear?
Soul Calibur,
Yeah,
Like-
everyone's still there.
they're supposed to be like self-contained, I guess. So like Soul Calibur 4 didn't end on a cliffhanger.
2 minutes.
Yeah, okay,
Continue on.
right up. Right, what? Sorry.
Soul Calibur 4, I'm saying, like, it didn't end on a cliffhanger. There was no room for a sequel story-wise, but what Soul Calibur is supposed to do, like with the story at least, or at least before 5, it did like the whole each character has a singular adventure kind of deal, where like it was each
The
character's
adventure was the
quest to
same,
get
though.
a hold of one of the legendary swords. So like you had Yoda, and it was like Yoda sensed a fucking ripple through the Force, and he ended up in a different dimension. And like when he finally defeats
Yoda was
the dude
bollocks.
who told him, like Soul Edge and Soul Calibur, he like takes them back. He just takes them. So somewhere in Star Wars there is Soul Calibur and Soul Edge just lying around in Yoda's fucking Dagobah hut.
What the fuck?
Yoda was some bullshit though, right? Because you could only hit him with low attacks because he's tiny.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like about 3/4 of your arsenal was useless unless you caught him mid jump because all of his attacks like made him jump around like a dickhead.
So how does the blocking work in that game? Does it like...
No. You have an overall block, but there's such a thing as edge guard, I think it is, or something like that.
Oh, no,
Everything-
you've got block, but then you can do like a crouch block because then someone could just sweep on
Yeah,
and do
yeah,
your
yeah.
blocks.
Yeah. So you've got blocking and crouch blocking, the same as like Street Fighter.
Okay.
But then you've also got, I can't remember what they're called now, but everything is to do with edge. So like you've got like fucking like edge fucking attacks where they turn electric-y and they do extra damage and shit. But the way it worked was, if you tilted the control stick in the direction of the attack, so down, middle, high, and tapped A at the right time, you would do like an edge counter, and they would like essentially be open. It was like a parry.
No, like you had your blocks and you had your crouch blocks, and like you had like attacks that could like break your blocks, which is your unblockables kind of thing. They just fucking flat you out. But like the main way to get through a block was a grab. Like I don't know
Yeah.
what you're on about, Connor. I don't know.
I'm on about techniques for blocking. You could do edge counters.
I don't know
where-
what they are.
If, say, for example, you're mid combo and I put my block up, yeah,
Uh-huh.
I can block the whole combo, or I can edge counter it, and then it essentially like there's a flash of light, and you get parried out of whatever you were doing, and there's an opening.
See, no wonder I lost. I don't know half
Yeah.
the fucking rules.
It explains a lot. Like,
Yeah, like there was a number of like little things like that. Like me and Alan spent literally days. Devil Jin's fighting style, you couldn't apply it to a custom character. No, you could.
You could, yeah.
You could apply it to a custom character. So it was all the Tekken moveset. So he just used his fists, which was really cool. And he had one of the longest combos in the game, as in the combo string went on for about, I'd say, at least like 30 button presses, something like that. Like, and me and Alan spent days trying to do this fucking combo, and it was the worst fucking shit I've ever experienced in my life, because Soul Calibur, at least in my experience, it doesn't allow for much of the sort of button mashing until it's procced, then you switch, if that makes sense. Like, you can't just hammer the button, then switch to whatever button you were trying to press.
yeah.
It was a piece of fucking shit.
Hi, Alan.
Wait for it.
Waiting.
For it. Alan?
I'm waiting for.
Yes.
Hello.
No, you've got to do the noise right. It's because he does this. Hello?
Hi.
Oh, there it is.
I'm back.
Hi,
you-
welcome back.
Have you let everybody know why I suddenly popped out there?
They
No.
could hear you on the phone.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah. So I run a toaster, which is why well, it's me Wi-Fi that's a toaster, and me laptop.
Alan is a
Crazy.
fucking tragic mess, is the moral of the story, really.
I work so hard and I've got nothing to show for it. That's the tragedy here.
Get on that
That's the
neat life.
real tragedy. I graft and I graft.
We're going too heavy!
Oh, but yeah, like the story modes. Like we just talked about the story modes on 4.
Yeah, I was saying how, like, in Soul Calibur 4, they're, like, self-contained, and it's,
Yeah.
like, about every character's, like, quest to get a hold of Soul Edge or Soul Calibur or both, and it didn't leave a lot of room, but then Soul Calibur 5 was the attempt at, like, here's the overarching story, and here's
Yeah.
the cinematic side of it, and it made improvements. Like, that was much more pleasant to play than the fight, small cutscene at the very end.
Yeah, but
The
you
characters were
couldn't fuck up- they couldn't. Yeah, and they couldn't fuck up the small cutscene at the end. That's like one of the main.
They could. Scythe Boy in a suit answering a phone and saying "hold the merger" wasn't very.
That
I
was-
can't remember
was-
exactly
that
what he
was-
said.
That was the coolest. That was the coolest fucking coolest ending. Is it just because of how big everybody is on Soul Calibur, how buff, fucking like him in a suit was like the funniest thing with like sunglasses on, looking at like I think it was Las Vegas.
I think it was Las Vegas, yeah.
Yeah, because you didn't expect it. It's like a very zoom in, and then it just zooms out, and it's just like, what? Where are we? And it's like, oh, it's just, I love it. But no, I've got a special place in my heart, for Soul Calibur. I always will. It's like the best. Like even that fucking Soul Calibur 5 story, me and Jack had a really fun time just fucking laughing at it. I wish, out of all the things that we could have ever recorded, we should have recorded our playthrough of that.
I've sent a timestamp link, and I think you need to watch this for context on how fucking bad this fucking story mode is. Like, for real.
I'm gonna watch this.
Why?
You know what's funny though? How fucking super autistic we were with the OC character creator.
Well, that was
Because-
part of it as well, because that was when me and
Yeah.
Connor were actually getting into creative writing, and we had
Yeah.
like loads of early, like sort of blueprint-esque kind of things of what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then
Was it-
that
Well, it wasn't that. Like you had mild autism when it came to it, and then like when me and Connor had a thing by ourselves, we had superior autism, and we had 5 slots all to one character detailing their lives.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah?
We did like fucking. It was like
It was
Bobby
like- it was-
Boy. This is when they were training, and then it was like
No,
okay.
no. It was like you had training. I had like it was just mine was like soldier,
Mhm.
and it was like completely different. But then it just moved up horrendously to like God.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
And it was like just it was the best to
Yeah,
see.
I always
kind
have
of
to
the
have a god
transition.
mode for your OCs. If you don't, you're
You
doing it
really
wrong.
do. Connor was like all crystal boy. Me, I was just deaf boy. Oh, it was so autistic, so cringy. It
Yeah,
was
look,
so much
but
fun
It
though.
laid the foundation for like a lot of the shot, though. That's
Yeah,
the important
definitely.
part. Like, I really enjoy that. Like, it's really. I feel like in a lot of ways, it's like we can't ever talk about the shard because it's kind of embarrassing the origins of it. Like, we play a fighting game, we make characters, and we're assigned a story to them. Like, how autistic is that? Like, think about that. We literally played pretend in a video game for playing pretend.
Yeah, I know, but it was such fun pretend. It was like the best.
yes,
Like-
but it was fun.
Yeah.
I've never had more fun. Like,
Yeah, it was literally like it was the purest form of like childlike enjoyment of a video game we've ever experienced.
that's all you can sit there and say that it was like childlike. It was like my character can do this and he can explode things and he's got crystals.
And I have a shield.
You can't do that because I'm immortal. Ha
Yeah.
ha.
It was it was fucking great though. Like
I remember our characters were autistic. Jax was not. Jax was kind of just humble. Jack was the most. Jack.
No,
was the
no. Let's get
Closeted
one thing straight.
homosexual male.
Jax was only humble because he was fucking lazy. If you gave Jack
Yeah.
6 hours and only Soul Calibur's customization to make, Jax would have been worse than ours.
Yeah. He did.
turn.
He did the guy that he had on Mitsurugi. Yeah, that was fucking.
Yeah, that was edgy, but he was fucking cool though.
He wasn't cool, Jack. He was exactly the kind of character we were going for. He was bullshit. He was a
Yeah.
piece of shit.
I still feel like
Nobody-
there's some bitterness involved.
Nobody liked fighting
Yeah, no,
against
there
him.
definitely is. Fuck you, you damn cunt.
Fucking, you know what? I turned around, right, and because I played the network beta for fucking the new Soul Calibur,
Uh-huh.
I got paired with a fucking Mitsurugi that did the shitty spams he did.
Oh no.
But you wanna know what? Turn around and I was like, you can fuck off, because I'm not getting it.
When's so? It's like next month, isn't it? Like
19th.
18th or something. Aye.
Literally this month, 19th.
Oh,
Few-
really?
few days.
Oh no. Really?
Yeah. I'm being
I
serious.
can't afford it.
Oh, you
I
got paid
let-
Friday though, didn't you?
I literally
Is it on Steam?
Yeah.
I literally checked.
Oh, I'm
So-
gonna miss it. No,
Miss it? How?
I can't afford it.
But you're getting paid Friday?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
It's next week.
Better than me though, because I kind of play it with you. I can still do my customization shit, but it's gonna be on the PS4.
I can lend you the money, Connor, if you want.
Nah, I'll work it out.
That would be cool.
It's
What,
like
sorry?
Apparently it's released tomorrow.
Yeah, apparently it's unlocked. No, 1 day and 4 hours.
But no, it's
Oh, yeah.
like it's so fucking like that game proper cemented our friendship, and then from that friendship, it cemented yours and Andrew's friendship. Like
It's really weird the circumstances upon which we all met. Like, it's really weird. Like to me, that
Fight
we
people.
can put a concrete sort of like it like not many friendships, if you like for lack of a better term, have like that sort of. This is when we became friends, if that makes sense. Like, we've known each other for so long that I can't imagine not being friends, but to look back and go, Soul Calibur did this is really strange to me.
Yeah. No, Soul Calibur did this to us, but the only reason I ever really met you or anybody from that group was literally just because of Andrew. It's because Andrew had a fucking girlfriend that used to hang about with us.
And you were like,
Oh.
yeah, I
'Cause I
remember.
used to-
We
I
used to
I
be
used to-
pals with Tasha, Jack. Do you remember?
No.
Because I used to stay in the art room
His
all the
brother used to
time.
be friends with her.
Yeah,
Do
I
you
remember
know-
that shit.
Oh,
Do you know when
it's,
I would
no, it's
say
crazy because
I would say when me and Andrew became like pretty good friends, it was
Oh, yeah,
like
we're done.
before all this. Like it was when I first got Xbox Live. We used to play Halo constantly.
Yeah, but you weren't pals though. Like at that
Yeah.
point, you were
Everybody
essentially
played-
acquaintances.
No, but I
Yeah,
think
everybody
Andrew was
played
just
with
my
Andrew.
enabler.
By the way, I'm just gonna let everybody know Andrew was literally he was the man in school when it came to like games.
Yeah, I
like, 'cause
remember
everybody,
all the fucking
every-
Raggies were like, "Yeah, Andrew teaches how
Yeah.
to quick scope, mate."
every-
scope in,
We went, to,
Everybody-
we went to Durham. I remember when the trip went to Durham.
I remember you all went to Durham and I didn't because I was like, "No, fuck that."
Yeah, well, like, I was with Tasha, and, like, all the Rajis came by, and they said, like, "Oh, Tasha, you're so lucky you're seeing the greatest God player in
Oh
school." And
my
she's like,
god!
I said, "Don't, please, no."
Then you cried.
I could honestly see them.
So sad. There was
But
a
I
big
could-
group of them, so I was
Tasha,
like,
you're so lucky. Your boyfriend's so fucking autismo.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
but,
is
like,
that
people-
Andrew, the quick scooper of the Northeast?
No, but like I'll be honest. More than anything, I'd say the Rajis that go to our school would have been sincere about it. Would have
Yeah,
been
no,
like,
the
Yeah, that was definitely sincere.
because they thought Andrew was literally the best. Like, because they used to fucking absolutely adore him about it. Like, because my brother still fucking, he still loves to do the entire quickscope
He's
thing.
got
It's
a poster
fucking
of Andrew on his wall. Someday.
A framed
Someday-
picture, and he's like forged Andrew's signature on the picture.
but my brother has an insane obsession with cards still, and that's saying something. Jack will know about this.
Yeah, haha.
Right.
We invited him round Owens once.
Oh no!
And it was quite good. Like, it was an alright night. I think it was just a bit awkward and stuff. I don't think it was like
Because
fully.
you know my brother, he's a bit quiet, right? He's a bit shy, as
So-
much as
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
We used to play split screen COD round Owens. So we all sat there playing it, and Alan's like, "Come on, Sean, you have a go." He's like, "No, Alan, I didn't. Nah." He's like, "No, Sean, why don't you have a go?" And then he just kept fucking pushing it. So you got like the different ways that everyone played. Harris is obviously a little sniper boy. I'm sat there with like as much equipment as I can possibly get my hands on, claymores at every doorway and hiding in a corner.
Piece of shit.
And it's like everyone's got their little play style. And then Sean makes his class, like basic bitch, quick scope at, and he fucking like 45 and O's were. It's insane. And I was just looking going, what's the point? Like, what's the point of leaving this fucking room, right? Because I'm just gonna get sniped by this kid.
it was amazing, right? Because like he'd be just running, and then someone would be there, pop, dead.
It was like a western during the western when like the cowboy walks in the middle of the street and everyone's like really scared. That was literally the situation. We were all in
like,
houses and he's running up and down the street.
They could see him. They just couldn't do anything about it.
It was
like-
really bad.
Ian got so pissed off.
Yeah, because Ian's the legendary. He's been in cadets. He knows all about guns. Therefore, he's good at COD.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much. Please stop talking.
Yeah.
I'm just mad now because I can envision Ian being here, and it's frustrating as already.
Just knowing that he exists is a bit frustrating.
No.
I
I
had a dis-
understand.
Oh, go on. No.
I was gonna sit there and say because I don't want to move the topic on to our friend Ian,
Okay, right off.
Yeah,
But,
let's not.
but I want to move on our topic to the other fighting game that really cemented our relationship, WWE.
WWE is amazing.
I miss
about-
the WWE.
We need to get one on Steam.
Yeah, like everything about that was fucking funny. It was daft. Like it was like the shit we used to do. Like we said just before. Like we had our like characters, and like we kind of made the same ones, except just in WWE land, like as pro wrestlers instead. So they weren't that autistic. They were just Jack-
Yeah, they were actually. I've just realised.
Jack.
Yours two were.
Well, Alan's
Yours was?
wasn't. Yours was. Yeah,
Mine was fine.
Yours
Nah.
had fucking like wraps on his fucking
yeah,
hands.
he was covered in bandages.
Fuck off! No. Okay.
That was for when he was damaged. That was
Yeah,
a damage.
yeah.
Oh, it's
I
damaged
did-
because he goes through different stages
yeah.
of his career.
Yeah, and fucking like,
Punished.
yeah, no, but it was like, it was punished, Connor. Like fucking, I had the normal version, and then when I got the shit kicked out of us, I lost the title. I like fucking threw on like the bandages and the injuries and shit.
No, do you know what
That's
was
intense
you know what was
times,
the
eh?
best though? When me and Jax, like we did a tag team, and me, I was wearing
Oh,
gas
no.
mask, right? And if you know anything about Jack likes to make doctors and shit like that. And
Radiant
for some-
medicine.
yeah, he's Mr. Medicine.
Don't
He's
know.
Mr.
This story
was-
makes me sad.
I just want to medicate people.
He's Mr. Medicinal, and like, and so like, cause they had made like it was. I forgot who it was. Were you, Connor? I
Wasn't it
was
Harris?
Owen. It might have been Harris. It was you and Harris. I was like, oh well, we'll make a tag team. And for some reason, I don't know why you weren't in the thing, but we were trying to do it as fast as we could, because we really like, we were like, Ari, let's do it like this, because, and then Jack customized his character's costume, so I had a coat on, like a white fucking doctor's coat, and he looked like a doctor. And then I had a sexy nurse costume on with me gas mask.
Yeah, so if you imagine a big muckle dude in a really tight nurse's outfit.
But then when we were kicking his ass, like we got a table out. It's like nurse, Please put them on. Put them on
Not
the
written
table.
table.
It was some bullshit. I want to move the fucking topic along to how much Jack fucking played a snidey little cunt in WWE.
It was like the WWE games was less about how much you fought and about how political you got, like,
And how much you hated Jack.
literally your alliances with people. Now Connor, just like Soul Calibur, was like godly on this game, but he was godly for a completely different reason. He
Reversals?
was amazing.
Fucking bullshit! I forgot about that. You gotta do your stats, right? Holy shit, your fucking little stats. And Connor I can't remember. I think you just took down everything, like speed and all this, and you just put like 1,000,000 points in the fucking reversal. So his window of reversal was just you couldn't miss it. So every attack he stopped you, no matter what you were doing.
I want to freeze this and say I actually
You
didn't.
want to reverse this argument around, yeah?
No, I actually didn't do that. I put very few points into reversals. I'm just good at fucking timing it, you cunts.
Well, I know. I remember. No, do you know what I did in like response because I knew he was good at reversals? I put everything in a fucking strike because strike was the hardest thing to fucking reverse.
Yeah, so like you had stuff like grapples were really easy to reverse because there was a long wind up, like you had to lunge forward. But strikes, depending on what strikes your character had, they could come up like instantly. So it was like whenever Alan set about us, you would just hear like, hang on, you would hear this,
and then like ding, 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 because I had really fast jabs. But you'd always reverse one, right? But
you jab us like 3 times, and the 4th one I would finally reverse.
But like no, like he'd reverse them, but you didn't get as much of a penalty as you would.
Yeah, like
And
getting
so-
reversed on a grapple was huge because it's a damaging move. But strikes, you would just sort of be like, right, I've stopped now, I'm gonna keep going.
And so like what used to happen is Connor would own the ring. Connor would be in the ring and he'd challenge everybody to come up, be like, come on, because fucking Jack was out the ring straight
The
away.
bell went and I'm over the ropes.
Fucking-
Yeah,
I'm running up the ramp. I'm back in the
Back.
backstage. Me, I'm
Like,
not involved.
Ding, and then Joe would just slide out, and it'd be like,
You'd be
"What are
getting
you
ready.
doing?"
I'm not getting in there.
But then it's not just him. It was like people who got beat, like went out to kind of heal up or like kind of fight somebody else. But me, I was like picked the fight with Connor. I like the little puppy knowing at him. Because Connor would be like, come on, you puffs. I'm like, I'm here. But I'd be like on the floor wriving about because he's kicked the shit out of it.
He'd be like in a submission, like I'm fucking choking him. Be like, "I'll be here. Let's go."
But Jack on the other hand would be like, Ari, truce. He'd
this
tack
is-
up.
Oh, this was the origin of truce.
Truce.
Oh,
And so he'd be like, oh, don't worry, pal, all this stuff, I'm on. You're like, because it's like, we need 2 people to beat up Connor, and we kind of did, and we'd
Yeah,
always
so
have 2 people.
For
Like,
context,
there was
Andrew,
like,
for context, it was always a free for all. Like we very rarely did like team matchups because it was a lot less fluid. Like with free for all, there was a lot more room for drama and betrayals and stuff.
yeah,
right.
there was a lot more room for like, you bastard, and then like the entire shift changes. Like me and Connor could be beating the shit out of each other, and then Jack will come in to betray us and try to bat us out
With a chair.
as well as Connor. And so me and Connor will get up and we'll fucking bat him and like sides will turn. So me and Connor will then be versing Owen and him. And it was fantastic.
I have lost, like, there is an image that haunts my nightmares, and it's like, I've finally got Alan, like, to a point where he can't really get up. Like, he's hammering buttons, he's trying to get up, and I go to pin him. Jack runs in, stamps on me back, and slides back out the ring. Every single fucking time.
Oh no, he doesn't do that because, like I remember once I wore you down so much, like really, really well, but you wore me down horrendously, and I was fucked, and I was really bad with pins. Jack came in, punched you after knocking Owen on the floor, and then pinned me.
Mm-hmm. And because Alan had fucked me up, I couldn't get up. He won that match.
Easy.
Fuck you. The worst part is, right, like, we're caught on of what he was doing, because Jack's strategy was let everybody else fight it out, then I'll win, right? So what we started doing was like, if Jack came near the ring, would run towards the ropes, get ready to like leap out onto him, but he would like run away. So he would go at the ropes, you'd run and like dive through the ropes and go for like a fucking crossbody or whatever. And he'd run and you'd just land on the floor. You'd get up and you'd end up chasing him around the ring because Jack's sprint speed was fucking...
Oh, yeah.
And also, I hadn't been hurt at all that match, so I could
Yeah.
still run a bead.
You'd have like two fucking cripples like trying to fucking limp after him on either
But
side
no,
and
the
he'd just
fact
weave
is-
between...
But the fact is as well, right, is that like it would only take a second to cripple Jack.
Yeah, he was really
Like-
fucking weak.
Like if Connor managed, like if Connor was getting beat as shit and he managed to reverse Jack once, he got Jack. He would tear him apart and like then it'd be equal. And it was dead weird. It was mad. Like, but Owen, like our other friend used to be the pawn that everybody played off of each other. Because he was a dimwit and you used to be able to he made his cat like we used to call him Wide Horn because he fucked up his proportions.
Yeah, you can do sliders for your proportion.
He had
And
little
what he did
hands.
he went to chest and we set it to maximum.
But he set his size to maximum as well. He looked like a gorilla.
Yeah,
He looked
he had a
like
very small head and very little hands. I remember them tiny little fucking
But he
baby
couldn't bother
hands.
to change anything else. He just changed the chest. And so we called him Wide Owen.
Oh my god.
And he was this big fucking... He looked like a lumberjack because he had a lumberjack fucking shirt on. Like... it
Yeah,
was-
like he wore like a flannel shirt with like tighty, like red
Oh.
tighty white.
Yeah, he's like a little lumberjack.
And I still... and then we start like... Because we did costumes, right? And Connor hated the fact that I wore a mask.
I hate it. What it was is Alan
It-
disguises the fact that he's too fucking lazy to like do the full customization. So rather than like editing the face, he would just stick a gas mask on.
And he hated it, right? He fucking hated it. But there's nothing he could do because it was my character. And then we were making stuff for other shit, and he's like, and then like it was like, oh, so we're going out to a special event, like kind of thing. So it's like everybody's like got to be in tuxes and you know.
Yeah, because you could
smartly.
build your own storyline. Like the way it worked was, you could build your own entrances. You could build costumes for like different occasions and stuff, and then you could. It was basically a free-form campaign where you could put it like you could make cutscenes and you could choose the outfit, etc., etc. And we set up like huge storylines, and there was also like a campaign that you could all play. So like we'd often set up like a
Yeah.
like a 3-man sort of tag team deal,
Oh,
and
yeah,
then we'd
'cause,
go
like,
into a campaign.
No, I'd forget. No, we had a campaign, and then we'd each have matches on the campaigns.
Yeah.
Like to us, like
Yeah.
specifically, and it was fantastic. And then sometimes we'd fight each other. Sometimes it was so fucking cool.
There's some
It was
fucking
really cool 'cause-
legendary bits from that though.
Yeah,
Like the
it
little
was like
universe
it was
thing.
like randomly generated as well, like some of the campaigns. So like you could be like it could be like, oh, Jack versus the Undertaker. It would be like Jack's gonna get fucked.
No, we always fucked the NPCs.
Yeah,
Not
but-
always, but yeah, it was
not
good.
always, but often.
It was
but
still difficulty on the
was really
maximum
fun and
because-
dynamic.
Like it
But,
was just too easy.
Yeah, but no, like, so he turned around and he's like, Alan, it's got to be proper, so you got to have that fucking gas mask off. Because nobody wears a fucking gas mask to, like, a fucking private dinner. And so I was like, alright. And so, like the cutscene plays, and I come out with a fucking biker helmet
In a full tux.
in a full tux, and Connor
But I
is
remember-
fucking raging.
I remember the cutscene was like Connor sat there with like some lass, and then all of a sudden this fucking 4-foot tall biker guy in a tuxedo comes and
Oh,
flips the
that was-
table. And it was fucking hilarious.
Oh, fucking, I hate it so much. Like, so that's now become a running thing. Like, if Alan has a character that either need to look as ridiculous as possible or have a hidden face, that's a rule.
Yeah, explains everything.
Yeah, but because it's just who is behind the mask? It could be anybody. It could be Connor. It could be Jack.
Sake.
Could be a long lost brother.
It could be Long Long's brother. Who knows? I take off that helmet. I'm just a double of like your character, Connor.
Just impose the face.
Except 4-4-2.
I wish we could like bring up sort of like images and stuff of WWE. Like, I wish I could just start my Xbox and like grab a fucking
Yeah.
picture or something, but I can't. It's biggest
know.
sad.
It's so it's sad that we never got to record any of it.
Yeah.
Like, but it's funny, right? Because if you go back, it's like what was it like? It was some horror, like, because Andrew came up like literally once.
Wasn't it SCP? Like, isn't
And,
that
yeah,
uploaded?
he was playing SCP, and you hear me yelling in the background because we're playing WWE.
Yeah, you going.
And then yelling, I'm yelling, I'm like screaming.
And we both go, shut up, Alan!
But, oh, yeah, it's...
Yeah, the entirety of the time you were playing, me and Jack were playing, me, Jack and Andrew were playing SCP, you and Owen were playing fucking WWE.
I remember there was this point at yours, Connor, where we had the laptop, the computer, the Xbox, and people would just sit and do their own thing.
Yeah.
It was insane. Like, we had people playing shit on the fucking Xbox, and we had...
Yeah,
people
like,
on,
at the start of
good.
the SCP, when you were playing SCP, I was playing DayZ, like, and I started getting set about by a zombie, and you're like, and I was fondling a pig. Like, that's in the video.
Nice.
It's mad, man. But I swear, like, I've got such fucking, like, literally, I don't care about any backward practices or talk about 5 pads. I've got such a fucking thing for that game.
Yeah, good memories of it.
Even if it's against what I feel, it's just, it's too good, you know? Like, fucking, it's the same with WWE, and we really do need to play that sometime, but it's fucking expensive now.
Yeah.
It's not only that, like, it's a case of, it doesn't quite work the same, does it? Like, you know, the create your own campaign and shit, like, that wouldn't really work online.
Yeah. Oh. Nah, fucking. But no, that's fucking. God, I wish. Like. But sometimes, I can't. It was too fun, though. It was fucking amazing. It was so. And when we were fucking about with the scenes, because there were a lot of really stupid shit there.
Like, one of them was like someone getting buried and shit.
No, I still remember the one where it was like so like because Connor came in the room and me and Jack were like fucking sniggering like 2 little girls, and like it's like Connor and it's like Connor, watch this. And so Connor's like in the ring and he's got like Billy Big Balls on him and he's like, you know, jumping about like yeah and all this stuff, and then suddenly fucking Jack comes up from the fucking ring, grabs him, and just takes him down.
And then there's fire. There was like huge amounts of fire.
Oh, it was some good shit, man. I miss WWE. I think I miss just having fighting games. Like, I've been craving fighting games for years now. Like, there's something... I think it's the competitiveness of it. Like, it's the nature of like, I want to kick the living shit out of you that breeds the best kind of banter.
Yeah.
So Soul Calibur's out in what? 2 days? Like a day and a half, something like that. I'm scared. What if it's bad?
It won't be bad. I don't think... Oh, Alan's played it. He can vouch for the gameplay, I guess.
Andrew? No, Andrew? Alan, you've both got A's. You need to stop that.
Sorry.
Yeah, you should
will
be.
be.
Take off the A in my name and just call us that.
Oh, yeah, Drew.
Yeah.
Drew. Just Drew?
Oh, no.
Let's call him Drew from now on.
No, that's not.
Drew Pickle? Was it Drew Pickle?
Drew
Rugrats.
Pickle?
Was it
Yeah.
the dad? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Drew Pickle. Yeah. Why the fuck all got on Rugrats? You're just playing word games with yourself.
No, it's the only
This
thing
is
I
what
can pick
happens when you just click links in Wikipedia.
up. Wikipedia game.
Right.
What's your opinion on Canada legalising weed, Connor?
Have they? Is that like a
Yeah,
thing
it's
now,
happened
is
today.
it?
Happened today.
Oh, no!
That explains why there was the silence.
I hate him. Oh yeah, legal. I don't mind it. Why?
I know, because me and Alan were talking about it, and Alan's got an interesting point on it, which I think is good. I don't know.
I wish Alan was here to explain
Yeah.
that point.
That's kind of why I segued onto it.
What a fucking cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Bye.
Oh no.
Next time we do this, you need to try and get Alan up your slide.
Yeah.
No. That's what we were saying. I was like, so you're coming up mine? He goes, well, it's a bit late now. I said, yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah. I hate him. I hate him so much.
We just need to get a decent fucking
Internet.
connection. I don't know, like, just ring up Virgin, be like, who? Why can't
He
I do anything?
refuses. Like, what it is it's like Alan's the type of person who he'll ask for something and he'll get a subpar version of what he asked for, and then he feels bad for asking people to correct it. Like, Alan's the type of goddamn arsehole who never returns food if it's like the wrong order.
Yeah.
No, I
I
remember
hate
that we
that.
were sat at McDonald's once and he got
Oh,
a wrong order.
That's a good point. That's actually not true.
Yeah.
Actually, good point.
He was very hesitant about it. He wasn't like, you know.
Yeah, but like
I
this
hate
is
that
the
so
internet thing,
much.
which means getting people out to do shit and all that
Yeah.
jazz. And Alan's like, nope.
Yeah, I don't think you want to do that.
I don't blame him. I'm the same. Like, I'm pretty sure my internet's not what it should be, but I can't be fucked with the hassle of fixing it.
Yeah. It's like, what would he? Yeah, he'd order a hamburger, but get a
And then give him
cheeseburger.
a fucking cheeseburger, and he would see red.
Just the amount of times I've been with him to McDonald's and that happened, it's great.
Who the
Yeah,
fuck?
like,
Why go to a fucking burger place if you don't like cheeseburgers? You
I don't
cunt.
like cheeseburgers.
Right, so that makes you a cunt.
Well, no, I don't want cheese on my burger. The cheese that they put on there is shit. I don't want that.
It's fucking fine.
I have
That's
only
fine.
ever seen you eat chicken there.
Oh yeah, oh, mate, the nugs, man.
Nuggies.
Can I have 20 nugs, please? Put them in a box, serve that up, sorted.
Only 20, casual.
Yeah, 20 nug box, large fries.
Oh,
No,
40.
20 nug box,
mate.
large fries, and a large strawberry milkshake. It's literally the greatest thing. And then you go to the little fucking
Yeah,
thing
but
and
the
you get as
strawberry
many.
milkshake's not the greatest thing, though, is it? You
Then-
fucking pretty cunt.
You go to the little sauce stand and you see how many fucking little sachets of barbecue you can get away with.
I hate sachets.
No, like, you know, I don't know what the little cups are called.
Yeah, but I hate them. Like, do you know what I've, like, resorted to doing, like, lately? I have, not a word of a lie, I've got, like, a tub, like a small bottle of barbecue sauce just sat on my desk.
That's
No.
weird.
Because whenever I have, like, anything chicken, I like barbecue sauce with it.
Yeah, I get that.
So it's just sat on my desk.
Oh, drop me drink. What's a strawberry milkshake?
That doesn't sound like a strawberry milkshake.
No. Do you know that it was around about college time that I realised that lemonade tasted like lemon?
You're fucking retard. What do you mean?
Like, I went for the longest time. It just didn't taste like lemon. I didn't get it, but then I remember drinking it and going, "Oh, hold on, this tastes a bit like lemon."
You're actually
And I
a
realised-
massive dick.
You
What
should have
do
had
you...
like a lemon and lime drink before you had that. Then you would have.
Yeah, I
Fully
know.
realised.
Like, I drank lemonade for ages. There's something else
What
as
did
well
it
that I didn't
taste
realise.
like? Also, yeah, just as a souvenir, like just as proof.
What's that? Oh, it's barbecue sauce. I can see your cheeky fork in the background. Is that your
Aye.
vape on charge?
Vape? No. Where?
On the right side?
That's my phone, you dick.
No, man, in the reflection.
In the reflection, you say? No,
No, looks like...
that is a glass bottle of Coke.
What? But it's got a little light on the top of it?
That's just the light reflecting from my monitor, I think.
Huh.
See me poucher back you,
Yeah.
and the foreign writing upon it.
Paid no heed. Tesco's. That's a good choice. It's a connoisseur brand.
Mate, these are hard times.
Oh no, Tesco's is good.
It's actually
Yeah, I
really
like
fucking
it.
nice. It's nothing will ever beat HP's, but It's kind of fucking close. Like it's nice.
Do you know what? I've just realised there we don't have any Heinz tomato sauce in the house, right?
What? Why?
I don't know. We don't have any tomato sauce, but I would rather it be Heinz. And
Yeah.
it's like I had chips the other day. No, it wasn't. It was just I had a big fucking bowl of potato waffles. Just about 7 of them in a bowl, and I was like, I really want tomato ketchup. Just hide that on there.
I very rarely fancy. Do you know what I
Same.
eat it with? Do you know what I eat like tomato sauce with?
Mm.
Fucking cheese sandwiches.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat it much after that either. Don't worry.
What? Sorry.
I wouldn't eat it much after that. And now, like,
No, fuck off. It's gorgeous, that man. Skip the butter. Just use tomato sauce as butter or whatever, and hide a bit of red less down between. Gorgeous.
I've got a problem with red less at the minute.
Oh, how you gotta get with sponsor took off with?
My problem's I eat too much.
Oh.
Like I go down there and I cut like a fucking huge wedge off it, and I'll just eat it. And I just sit there and I get cream crackers and I just cut bits of red Leicester off and put them on cream crackers, and I can do in like a good like 40 of them. And then I'm sat there feeling like shit because I just ate like my body weight in cheese and crackers.
Your body weight in raw dairy.
Yeah, that's what it is. I don't do anything with it. I remember my mom coming down and I'm sat in the kitchen and she's looking at this and goes, "Why don't you put that on toast or something?" I'm like, no. No, it'll ruin it.
Absolutely not.
Fucking stick it on cream crackers.
So, where's Alan? Do you need to ring him again? Or?
I don't think there'll be much point in ringing him.
But it doesn't look like he's coming back.
Yeah, come back. I'll ring him.
It's like, could be it.
Honestly, why is Alan so difficult to work with? He's so unprofessional.
Hello?
Hi, Alan. What's happened?
Okay.
Is your brother and sister home?
What?
Is your brother and sister home?
Nah, just my sister. Why?
Okay, because I thought maybe the internet might be getting too much.
I think he's just impatient. Like, if it crashes, just restart
I
it.
see.
It's just been really shitty. Discord's like been absolute cunt. The internet's fine now. It's just Discord's not fucking loading up.
No, it won't be
Gotta
Discord.
restart it.
It won't be Discord.
It happens sometimes. It's a nightmare.
Oh, okay. Have you tried restarting your router?
Ruda.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't help. I've done it like a million times.
Oh, okay.
Have you tried ringing Virgin?
Have you
It's-
tried ringing
it's just
Virgin?
about restarting and getting lucky. What were you talking about there?
We're talking about you ringing Virgin. Ring them up.
Fucking-
Ring them up and be like, "Who? My internet doesn't work. Help."
It's Sky.
Ring Sky and be like,
Sky
"Who?
up.
My internet doesn't work."
You know,
Well, they'll do something. You're paying for it and you're not fucking getting it.
it's the worst, man.
Yeah, so ring up about it.
I told you, didn't I?
Maybe.
Imagine that it's a burger that you've got from McDonald's, right? And you went, "Oh, can I have a plain hamburger, please?" And they went, "Yeah, sure, no problem." And then Debbie brings you a fucking cheeseburger, and you're like, "Whoa, hold on, this isn't what I ordered. This is absolute shit." But you go, "Oh, well, I suppose I'll just eat it." Or are you going to go up there and fucking throw it in Debbie's face and be like, "Who?" Debbie.
I need a montage.
Andrew, I'm going to send you the outro.
Motivational speaking right now, Jack.
Yeah, well, fucking
so
sort
you're
it
aware.
out.
Alright, Rocky.
I don't know if you've got it downloaded.
I've just hung up on him. Wait, what?
I'm just sending Andrew the outro, the official outro.
Oh, the official. Yeah.
I don't know if he has it downloaded or not, but he should be able to now.
Wait, is Andrew recording this?
I assume so.
He's not. No, I am, don't worry.
Oh, ha! I thought we did this for nout! I turned off desktop recording.
Oof.
Oh, okay, right, so Jack was just baiting his cunt. Fucking, I want to have desktop recording on for like when there's moments in chat, but it really fucks with my recording. Like if I tab out at all, it captures every part of that, and it's annoying.
Yeah, that's the point of it, aye.
Yeah, but it's frustrating. Like,
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you've got dual monitors? You should be fine, right?
I've like recorded like the last 10 minutes of stuff,
Uh-huh.
and it's like I'll have me tabbing out to watch like YouTube or something.
Yeah, that's it for the first 15 minutes of this has got me flapping about trying to fit the window and stuff, and I'm not using my computer at all. I'm just lying back in my chair. So the first 15 minutes looks like shit, but then it picks up like for a nice structured like thing. It's literally just off 4 faces on the Discord.
You could just put it through the editor anyway. And, like,
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do.
The problem is that then the video doesn't necessarily match the audio. At least with games, like when I'm recording a game and I tab out in the clip, it's like ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I've lost some bit of SCP because of tabbing out. So next time I play SCP, I'm not going to tab out at all. I'll mute my mic and then I'm staying in game, kind of thing.
Yeah. Jay, hype for Fallout 76?
No, not really. I'm
Good.
pretty about it.
I
Good.
thought you were still gonna be kind of hyped about it.
I love
Then you saw the
the
video?
franchise. I love everything about it.
But it's dead.
I really liked New Vegas. I love 4. 4 was actually quite good. People didn't like it. I thought it was quite
4
fun.
mechanically is good, but it takes the heart and soul of Fallout and
I
spits.
I didn't do the fucking settlement thing. I didn't do anything like that. I done Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 in Fallout 4. I didn't.
Yeah, but
like,
did
mess
you?
on.
You couldn't be who you wanted. That's the problem.
Yeah, I
Like,
still
my
enjoyed the whole
biggest
thing.
problem with it is, yeah, it's fun. Don't get us wrong. Fallout 4 is really fun. Mechanically, everything's like sound. The gunplay is great. Like it feels better to play than ever. But it's soulless. Like it just feels like there's nothing. There's no point to anything. Like like the quest rewards are ass. The quests are boring. There's no like. There's nothing interesting about it, if that makes sense.
No, I get that. But I don't know. I enjoyed them all, and then this one's came out, and I'd really like the idea of when they announced it, they were like, "Oh, multiplayer." I went, "Ooh," like I didn't know how to react, and then I seen what it could be, kind of thing, and I kind of started to get excited. And then they've just released some gameplay, loads of like.
Yeah, is it the video that I posted where it was like
I've seen a few of them.
Yeah,
and it looks
empty?
really bad. No, I think the world looks fun and
but
like
it's
your
empty,
friends is all
like-
cool. I think the huge turn off for me, like, and it proper absolutely ripped me out of it, and I don't know. I
No
hope they
NPCs.
fix it. No, well that bothers us, but it was right. There's this bit. Hi, Alan. There was this bit where there's this guy, the guy who you've been following the whole way through, kind of thing. And he's walking up the road, and then all of a sudden you see like this red mark on his screen. You're like, "Whoa, what's that?" And he starts looking around, and he starts creeping up into the forest, and he's walking about, and you see this big structure, and it looks like it's a like just a house in the like in the wasteland. It's not. It's a player built house, and it's like, oh, like it looks really fucking cool, and you wouldn't have known that it was player built kind of thing. It looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
This guy like jumps up on the top, like on the battlements, and he's looking over. So then there's bullets start flying. So then my little main character starts backing up, not running, just walking backwards, watching him. This guy's shooting at him, and then all of a sudden you see the bottom screen. Oh, he's got a bounty on his head, and he's level like 52, and this guy we're following is level 6. Then he's like backing up through the forest, not running, just walking backwards. So you got this 52, this like bad guy, and he's running about and he's jumping up on these different like high vantage points.
Yeah.
He's lacing them, fucking absolutely riddling them with bullets. Well, level 6 is taking no damage. He is taking damage, just it's not even like sort of like, oh, I'm taking no damage but losing like 25% of his health. He loses about 1% after like 4 minutes of shooting.
I'll be honest, you'll sit there and give a shit. In the defense of that, they did say that if you don't shoot back, it's not like considered. proper
Yeah, but that's boring.
That's so boring. So
That's
then
not a defense. That's fucking awful. 90% of the reason that people play multiplayer like survival games like that is yes, getting ganked is sucky, But that's part of the risk.
Yeah.
So then this guy like backs off on the main road, and then this fucking bandit's running up to him, like face to face, shooting him in the face, and this guy's losing at this point maybe he's 2% health, and then the guy who's getting shot starts waving at him, like doing the wave emote, and then opens up trade, and this guy's like shooting him, and it's like, so then he loses maybe he's like 3% health after about this 10-minute encounter. And then this level 6 goes, alright, no, okay, bye. And he fast travels away whilst getting shot. There is active combat happening. This guy fast travels across the map.
God.
And I went, nah, I'm dropped. I can't get behind this anymore. I don't want to play this.
I just don't see the... Like, I said it to John, but it looks like the kind of mods that would fuck with the single player. It looks like somebody's modded Fallout 4 to be multiplayer, but as a result, they've lost everything that made it fun to play.
Yeah.
By the way, they did.
yeah.
He's called Todd Howard.
What a man.
What a myth.
See, I was completely sold in the game when he came out in his little fucking leather jacket, but then when I
Fuck
seen
off.
gameplay, I lost it.
It's just there's no quests, there's no NPCs. It's literally a walking around, shooting
what gets
bullet
me,
sponges
NPC.
and collecting junk simulator
Yeah, I'm not
with
into it.
very very light PvP elements.
I'm not into it. Like I don't like the idea of, oh look, this guy who can he can kill us. He's got power armor and mini nukes, but I haven't shot him, so sucks to be him.
I'm
I'm
like,
going to
what's
teleport
the point in it
across
being
the map.
multiplayer?
No,
What, like no threat at all.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gone with it now. I'm not. I want it to be good, and I hope that it will, but I don't think I'll be buying it.
I remember when we watched it, and we were just like, we were kicking off with a guy just running away and waving at him because we were like, what a fucking pussy.
Yeah.
Fight him. Fight?
Yeah.
No. It doesn't matter if you fucking die.
Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't even matter if you die. You keep all your stuff.
Yeah.
Really?
You
Oh
can't
my
loot people's
God.
bodies.
What
don't
the
lose
fuck's the
anything
point
from
in
dying?
PvP then?
Yeah. Make it a co-op game. Just make it a 4-player or
just-
6-player co-op.
Strap co-op to Fallout 4. Better yet, strap co-op to Fallout New Vegas, then you've got a good game.
Yeah. It's not hard to fucking, well, no, it's not. Just fucking, literally, SWTOR, for all of its bad things, managed to do fucking the thing right by just roll of the dice.
What have I said to you several fucking times over the course of SWTOR?
It's many things.
That it would
With
be
SWTOR.
better that if SWTOR wasn't an MMO and it was just a 4-player co-op KOTOR,
Yeah.
it would have been infinitely
If
better.
it was, yeah, if
Oh
it was
yeah,
four
because then
player,
they
it'd be
could focus
sick.
on like proper gameplay
They
instead
could
of
focus on interesting quests and proper gameplay changes and like an actual like interesting expansion of the story instead of it being, look, you've hit endgame now, there's raids. Like that's great if you're in MMOs, but if SWTOR instead of an MMO was just a 4-player co-op KOTOR, that would have been like game of the year forever
Oh
for me.
yeah, definitely. It would have been game of the year anyway. That doesn't sound bad at all. Not
Like
only that, it
my
wouldn't
favorite
have
part
cost
of my favorite part of SWTOR was always running through the flashpoints as 4 people.
Yeah.
That says a lot
Yeah.
when you consider the fact that the rest of the game was kind of
you. Like, and I'm not checking the story of SWTOR because I don't think it's the story and it's too bad. Like all
The story
all
was
the
really
different
good.
stories.
Again, like it was interesting that you had like this whole single player campaign that you had to go through, and
But I
it was
absolutely love like there was hours of content as well because they were fucking specific. It was like,
there was a lot of story, and I like that. But again, if they'd just done it without the hundreds of players, like imagine how stable and how much fun it could have been if instead of going blasting through every planet, doing every side mission so you could level up. Imagine if instead it was just KOTOR.
yeah. It
Like-
felt also. I could never get behind the combat of it. It felt like a chore. It felt like I was doing it. It felt like, oh well, before you have your dessert, you got to eat your vegetables, and it's like I don't want to eat my fucking vegetables.
I guess it all
I don't
depends
want
on that's an MMO
I want to
thing.
eat my vegetables.
That's an MMO thing. But again, imagine if like, so yeah, right, okay, take Divinity 2, strap on a Star Wars skin, and then make it 4-player co-op and give it SWTOR's story. Boom, perfect game.
Divinity's fantastic, and I swear, like when I've got fucking stable internet in a I don't even need a PC because I'm sure I can run it on this now that I can run Divinity 2. But Jack, me and you have to go through it, just us two.
What's that?
What the fuck?
Divinity 2, not Divinity 2, Divinity, because you've got it.
Yeah.
It's because Jack never warmed up to it.
No,
and I
but
feel
Jack's
as though
been
it's
thinking
just-
about buying the second one.
I probably won't.
Oh, you bitch!
I'll
Why
be
you
honest,
got to toy with my feelings like this?
Sorry, I don't know.
You know-
I'm
you know
not
what-
interested in it.
you know what,
I
you know
love
what
D&D
Jack's
and
like?
I love
Jack's got it.
RPGs and I love co-op games, but them like together and the outcome being Divinity, I'd rather never see it.
Yeah, but you haven't played Divinity 2? Like, I get that you didn't like Divinity 1, I understand the reasoning behind that, but Divinity 2 improves upon everything you hated about the first one. Especially considering the fact that we haven't fucking played it.
Yeah, but
I think that was my main gripe was when we all played it and then you
Like I said,
got the
we've not
first
played
town, and then
Divinity 2, dude.
everyone
Like,
ran off and I went, what am I doing?
we've not played Divinity 2. Now is the prime fucking chance. If you got it now, we could hammer it right now.
Yeah, I don't
Like
know.
all me and Connor know is the starting area, and that's only a little bit because they've changed it now,
really,
so
you
it's different.
didn't what's it called?
No, I've got 140 hours, and like 120 of those hours is fucking around on the boat.
Yeah, it's like Alan would started a game we started multiple games, got through halfway through Fort Joy, did some things there, and then we're like, I want to do this again because our classes are a bit naff. And we
Yeah,
got
like,
really
and I
far
remember-
Really just toyed with classes for a long time.
yeah, then we
I
got really
remember-
far through and restarted totally.
And now
I
there's a
remember-
definitive edition where everything's changed.
We do have the definitive edition.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, we literally knew nothing. Like, Jack's biggest gripe with Divinity was that we'd basically played through a point where he was like still learning, and it felt like he was disconnected as a result. If he were to get Divinity now, we'd be just as blind as he is.
I feel as though one of the things we really have to do more is kind of, it's like stories of just the characters itself. Because, like, have we talked about Andrew's role in our fucking campaign in Divinity?
I think we've told, like, we've spoke about it, but I don't think Jack really gives a shit.
I know very little of it.
No, well, so what happened was, because obviously, like, Divinity, the first one, you could only get 2 players. Like, it was a 2-player
Yeah, it was only
thing.
designed to be 2-player co-op.
And so we were like, well, fuck that. We want to play with everyone. And so we got this weird mod which lets you, forcefully, like, get, like, 4 players in. But since it was 4 players, like, the actual players and not NPCs and shit, we decided on putting it to the hardest difficulty.
Yeah, what it essentially did, it was the mod, so you can get like NPC companions in the base game, like just random party members, whoever like fancy needs. But what the mod did was essentially turned those NPC slots into player slots. So anybody who joined into that slot was considered an NPC by the game, like they couldn't interact properly.
And so Andrew was like an NPC, right? He couldn't. Could you trade with people? No, he couldn't trade with people. He couldn't talk to people. And whenever he did talk to someone was like, "Bring me your master," and all this kind of shit, right? And me and Connor were fucking howling at the idea of like him being
Andrew
our
wasn't a real human to the people of Divinity.
I was a slave.
Yeah, and so we kept calling him our little slave boy and stuff. And it went on, and we're going through the story of the first Divinity, and it's like, not spoiling too much yet, but like, there were reincarnations, and it shows like what happened with these other 2. And the other 2 had themselves another person who sacrificed themselves to kind of save the world. And it's like, oh, look, Andrew.
You were reincarnated too?
We had a slave in the afterlife as well. We just took the piss out of him for it, right? And then we obviously got to like end game, and the fucking final boss was, my God, was it difficult?
Oh my fucking God!
And so this was clutch as fuck. This, right? Andrew played as a mage with fucking amazing area of effect abilities, and one of my favorites, the one that like Andrew used, like it was a stun lock. and it was like what he did was he what did he do? He
The elbow drops to the ground.
The elbow dropped the ground, an earthquake would happen, and everything around him just fucking shatters. You know, just completely just gets stunned. Well, it's a random thing of getting stunned, but still. And what happened was we were at the very end of this boss, and we knew if we didn't kill him in this turn, we were dead. Because we had NPCs that we couldn't protect. You know, they could die. They could very easily die because they're fucking
there was
idiots.
one of them where if this NPC dies, it's game over. So not only did we not have to die, we had to make sure that the NPC didn't die, and we had to kill all the enemies and a big boss boy.
But it was difficult, like, and so it was like this is the end, because I didn't manage to kill it with my attack, and so I was like, oh god, no, this is it, we're done. Then Andrew has a fucking ace up his sleeve. He drinks like a fucking mana potion. He's like, don't worry, fellas. And it was the biggest gamble ever because he needed them all to get stunned. If one of them weren't stunned, they would have killed the person. And so he turns around, he elbow drops them. Fucking everyone gets stunned. It is like, in the next round, we managed to fucking kill him.
Like,
And
kill the
then
big boss.
And then Andrew does not get the fucking ending. And
Yeah.
so we make it low that Andrew just died. Andrew
put so much force into his fucking bastard and fucking spell that he just fucking, like, shattered himself.
Rip.
But then I came back in Divinity 2.
Then he came back in Divinity 2 because you can play as an undead. So Andrew is back and he's finally getting the recognition he deserves. But he fucking hates humies.
Fucking skin boys. Ew.
I still love, like, my favourite thing about that is playing dead. The fact you can play dead is the best.
Yeah, like the undead racial ability is literally, I'm going to drop to the floor and be a pile of bones.
I remember I was an absolute cunt to you, Connor, and I played dead, and so you aggroed everyone.
Yeah, and I hate you for it.
I just sat on the floor, and you're like, well, what are you going to do? No, I'm dead.
Cunt.
I'm done.
It's not to mention, like, since I am a skeleton, I keep killing myself instead of killing myself.
So skeletons, like undead, they get damaged by traditional healing and they get healed by poison. So, like, occasionally Andrew will have a fucking panic where he's like, I'm really low on health and next turn I'm going to die. So he drops the heal on himself and just crumbles his own bones.
Does he forget, like...
It's just panic. It's just blind panic, like, oh fuck, oh fuck.
And I remember fucking... Because, right, another thing that I loved about the original Divinity as well was how we fucking handled, like our classes. Like, you were fucking Terminator. Like...
Mecha Connor.
Mecha Connor. Fucking, like, because Andrew was like a support mage. Andrew had, like, some area of effects and stuff and some really good spells. But... he had a lot of support shit for Connor.
Like buffs.
Because Connor was like big buff tanky man. Connor was the one who fucking proper ripped into arseholes, you know? And me, I was the one who did area of effect damage. I had that fucking corner billy, I had skeleton bombs, you know? I was sneaky boy and fucking, well, sneaky girl. And,
fucking
like,
Beatrice.
and so fucking... And it was like so fucking good. And I still remember when we spilled out all of our fucking cash just to revamp ourselves to like get the best of the best. And it was so fucking worth it.
I ended up becoming like a pyro melee tanky boy.
Yeah. Like you were pyro. Andrew was fucking like Andrew was Earth, wasn't he?
Earth and Frost.
Earth and Frost. Oh, he had them fucking area of effect frost spells, I forgot. Like the meteor shit.
Yeah, that just like froze people in place and shit.
Oh, that was so cool. And then you had me, which was like lightning rogue. We like paired skeleton bombs with teleport, which damaged them so they exploded. Which was like the sickening combo. Absolute sickening. No. We should but no, I need to play it with just Jack though, because Jack needs to kind of see the fun of it.
Well, he's being a little bitch.
I don't know. I'm just not that into it, I guess.
I know what you meant, Jack, because like I started playing it at the same time as
No.
you did, and then when we got to the town, they kind of just split
I'm
off.
sorry.
And we were left like.
But I
we
won't.
didn't
I
know what
won't
to
split
do.
off with you, Jack. We'll be literally just us two.
And the thing is, me and Jack weren't even proper characters, so we couldn't.
Jack
talk
was.
to anyone.
I was.
When we
I
played.
Jack
Oh,
was.
kept doing the rock, paper, scissors thing with Connor.
Shit, yeah, so I wasn't, but I was.
Oh,
I
that was
still
fucking
okay with it.
hilarious. By the way, one of the worst times we've ever had on that was when we accidentally locked into that fucking horrendous piece of shit sorcerer outside sunbathing, and I got so pissed off and fucking
On the beach.
we managed to kill him by charm.
Charm was fucking overpowered. It still
Yeah, but
is.
I remember I kept sitting there and saying, let's try and charm, and you just did not want to do that. You always thought it was weak as shit.
It's
and
not
it-
weak as
and
shit.
it
It's got
managed to
at
save
early
our-
levels. It's got such a low rate of success. It's obscenely strong, but early on, 9 times out of 10, it just misses.
Oh my god, I forgot. Andrew had charm.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Andrew's character had charm.
Oh
I-
no!
Oh, it
I'm
was
bad.
all written already.
Fuck's sake!
So do we now explain what Tunstall Charm is?
Yeah, well, yes, I think
No.
we need to. I think we need to. Go on, Jack, explain.
I don't know it that well. It's your meme.
It's my meme.
Oh,
Go on, can I explain it?
So, for those of you who don't know Andrew, Andrew is a little quiet boy, but this is all a ruse. Andrew is secretly the smoothest motherfucker that's ever existed on the face of the planet.
I'm sure I am.
And it's genetic because his father is also a massive player. So Andrew has a genetic condition known as the Tunstall Charm. And
Fuck.
the way that works out is Andrew has the uncanny ability to charm any people within about 30 yards, maybe more. It all depends because like online we might as well be right next to him at all times. So Andrew can just fucking charm people with his absolute fucking sly autism, and it's the worst, and it always works.
No, I
And
can't.
it translates into video games too.
You see, now he'll say no, he can it, right? But
That's
you've
just
got to
part of the
remember
charm.
that. You've got to remember the story from before. Now, if you had a fucking kid in your class, right, who was an absolute autist at COD, and just completely wrecked everybody, right? The fucking Rajis wouldn't hail him as a king. Like, they kind of just bully him a little bit.
But they
But
hailed
not-
Andrew as a king.
They hailed Andrew
Charmed the
because
Raji.
Andrew had charm.
charmed them. They would have seen his lunch money, then you quick scope in front of them. And they're like, "Oh, kid, you're pretty cool."
Don't mess with him.
Don't
fucking
mess
hate
with Tunstall out there. Like, quick scope you.
Fuck's sake, man.
You can see I'm very envious.
For fuck's sake.
I wish I had such charm.
The charm fucks us off. What was it you wanted to talk about, Jack?
Oh,
Weed in Canada.
yeah. Canada's legalized weed.
Yeah, you said Alan had a point on this.
Alan's got a quite good point on it. Whereas I'm like just generally opposed to legalizing it in general.
Me,
Like I think it's like,
I'm not.
I think it's
Not
like,
me neither.
I think it's like, I don't know, like I don't see the benefit of doing it. The medicinal stuff, yeah, sure, but I don't think they should do it in the American sense where it's like, oh, I've got a bad back. Here's like fucking California Kush.
It's already really easy to obtain. Like weed
Yeah.
is the easiest drug on the planet to obtain, and
That doesn't mean that
by
it should be
legalizing
legalized.
it opens up a revenue stream for the government. Like it just does.
That's literally what I said. Like, it doesn't
you
hurt
can
anybody.
tax it like you
Like,
do
It
cigarettes.
is, yeah, it'll be great taxed, and not only that, but it like opens up a lot new like opportunities for businesses. It's like, look how in Amsterdam are the
Yeah.
fucking like all the weed shit out there. Like, but it's not just that. It's the fact of like it's not as bad as drinking. Like, you know, it's just and even then, it might even be better. I don't even do it myself.
Yeah, getting
I'll never do it.
Yem and having like a state-regulated joint is probably a lot more healthy than getting Yem and having a state-regulated beer.
When you put it that way, it sounds awful. It's a Big Brother shit, that. Ah, yes, my Britain beer.
But no, like the point being that it will be regulated, so it's not got like ridiculous levels of THC.
And not only that, sorry, Connor. I'm just gonna say it. The money doesn't go in the wrong places either.
Yeah, that is true. So yeah, I feel like my point's kind of being swayed with it, because I think people that are gonna fucking get it are gonna get it. You know, mugs who get it all the time.
But not only that, but it also affects like incarceration rates. Like people going to jail for having weed on them is retarded. Like costs so much money.
No, I disagree with that. If you fucking break the law, you go to jail, like regardless of what the crime is.
But it's a waste of money. Do you know how much it costs more to keep those people in jail than it does to just fucking let them off with a slap on the wrist?
Yeah, but then whose fault's that? They're the ones who broke the law.
I was for making it illegal. Make it legal, and then that's not a problem.
What do you think? Like the probation? Like, is it probation? No, what's it called? Yeah, that era, like where they just went ban alcohol.
Isn't it prohibition?
Prohibition, that's
prohibition,
it.
That's
it is
one.
prohibition.
Yeah, sorry,
I knew I was getting it wrong.
Prohibition.
But like when Connor agreed with this,
probation's where
I was being retarded. I knew what he meant, so I just said yes.
Yeah, but anyway, like thing of prohibition, like it was silly.
It was silly. I think everyone agrees that it was silly.
But it's the same thing with weed. There's a weed prohibition right now.
Yeah, but everywhere's done it and it's been fine. It's like the only people that really, like, realistically, the majority of people that want it legalized are the people like, oh yeah.
No, it's not though. Like the same thing happened in prohibition. Okay, prohibition happened, which made consuming alcohol illegal. Yeah, and as a result, it just got more potent. It led to a massive increase of people drinking hard bootlegged liquor over beer, which was more dangerous.
Yeah, but it's not just that it was dangerous. It grew a fucking entire like a crime syndicate from it.
Yeah. It's the same with drugs. Like it's the same with weed essentially. Like by trying to force it out and cut it out, you've just given more power to Mexican drug cartels and shit. By legalizing it, the demand is lowered and people can get it easier from like a fucking corner shop, and there's a lot less fucking homebrew materials in it. They can set up a standardized formula which is a lot less harmful to human life, and it provides all the revenue streams that we've already mentioned. It's a retarded move to keep something illegal when it costs more to keep something. Like the way it works out is by jailing people for carrying weed, you are spending money on a problem that could be fixed by legalizing it and taxing it.
By the way, do you know what I find really funny?
Yeah.
Because I found this out like I think it was a couple of months ago when I had to do like a drug course, like because like everybody in my bar had to.
Of course, you have to.
Yeah, I'm not surprised the wild fucking dealing going.
But anyway, so
fucking organized drug cartel.
Do you know like legal highs? Do you know the ones you can buy at shops and shit?
God, yeah.
They're not legal anymore.
Yeah.
No, because they're really dangerous.
That was a while back when they got shut down.
Yeah, but it's not just the fact they're dangerous. It's because like when it's not like it's like the entire thing's banned because like it's I found this really interesting is the fact of like the formula can switch up. They can sit there and go, oh, we're gonna ban this, and someone can be like, I'll read. And then pop out a new one that's just a little bit different, enough difference for it to still be legal.
Yeah.
And it has the same effect. And that was mind blowing to us. And I was like, fucking hell, that would have been so annoying to try and combat.
Yeah, it's in the war on drugs, they've tried to ban the chemicals that people use traditionally to make like stronger weed and stuff. So the result is they've just ended up using unregulated chemicals, which is incredibly dangerous.
But I'll sit there and say this right now. I didn't think weed has too bad of a problem. Like, I've got family members work really high places, like fucking top
brass.
You know, top places. Fucking, they are, like, absolute stoners.
It's a recreational drug. Like anything, like drinking or like smoking, it all depends how well you take it in moderation.
Yeah.
For example, if we suddenly became legal in Britain, I wouldn't start smoking it because I know I'd fuck myself with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just that simple. If people can handle it in moderation, that's fine. It's when you get, one thing that I will point out, I hate, it's when people turn smoking weed into a fucking personality decision.
That's my character trait.
Yeah, like
I hate it.
I have a lack of interesting opinions or personality, therefore, smoke weed 420.
Oh, you see me cap, it's got a little leaf on it.
Oh, I absolutely hate it, right? And I'll not bring his name up, you'll know him straight away. Used to be a goth kid back in school.
And,
yeah,
I know exactly what you mean.
And he was dead like that was his character trait, was that in the fact that he wanted to kick, he wanted to stab this.
Okay.
Oh, the one who stabbed you? Okay.
Yeah. There
I
you
don't
go.
remember him getting on about like weed and shit.
After school he was.
This is a story you don't know. But anyway, so like in school, he was just he
was a fucking pathetic trog.
He barely had any personality to him, right? So think of it like this was after college, and this was when I was on the dole, and I went to I had a guy of fucking courses for
sign on and all that.
And so I went on this course, and who do I see wearing a fucking Rasta shirt, right?
Of course, he had a Rasta shirt.
420. Like literally, he was and he was going on about growing dreadlocks. He was going, like, literally, he said 420, unironically. His entire personality was now weed.
Yeah, instead of, I'm going to smash the Chavas, no, please don't hit it.
Oh, he was still, I'm going to smash Chava's head, and it was just, this was the bigger part of him now.
God, and that's fucking disgusting.
And it was embarrassing.
He's improved onto bigger things now.
It's just awful, man.
To be honest, though, you kind of think that them people would kind of look at themselves, and then in a couple of years go, oh God, I was so embarrassing back in school.
But he lacks the self-awareness to do that. Like, even we look back and go, wow, we were fucking embarrassing in school. And we are the most autismo that you've ever fucking experienced. So, like, if we can do that, what hope does he have? Like, if he can't?
But the fact is, like, idiots surround themselves with idiots. Like, it's a thing.
Like enablers.
Yeah. Not even enablers, just people who are too ignorant to know any better. Like, it's like the people that Weed Boy hangs around with will be other Weed Boys.
Yeah. Like, do you know what? Like, for me, there was this big turning point with Ian, right? I don't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing for him, but I like to think it's a good thing. We went drinking once with, one of his pals was having a house party, and Ian was like, oh, I'll bring yous along, and we were all like, but we went, right? And we heard stories about these guys, and obviously Ian being Ian, he tends to exaggerate stories.
You got to take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, but they were pretty on point, and these guys kind of fit his little description quite well, and they were all right. But I think the first thing that I noticed quite early on was that they treated Ian like shit.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, and it was just, I was like looking at them, and then they were like, because they were all older than him.
Again, sorry, I won't mention his name, but you remember Ginger Boy who hung around with the Rajis? Choki.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
that is. But, yeah, so, like, they're trying like shit, and I was like, they were all older than him, and they all kind of talked down to him. And so we were just sat there, we're kind of, like, me, Owen, and Harris kind of kept ourselves, and then, like, Rebecca was there, remember, from school?
That's right. You'll have to be more specific than that.
I don't know. I remember her name. That was it. She was in our school in our year. Anyways, she was there.
No,
she was seeing one of them, and so we're chatting away, and the night went all right. And I remember as well. He had ferrets. The guy who was having the house party, but there was about 5 of them, and they lived in the living room. He sectioned off part of his living room for the ferrets.
Jesus.
They pissed in that bit.
Oh.
So the whole house smelled like ferret piss.
Nice.
So imagine, so that was a thing. Anyways, so we're chatting to them and stuff, and everything's alright, and like everyone's like,
it's all good house
on. Yeah, but then things start getting said, and it's like, I was talking to the lad who was like having the house party. It was like his party, and I was chatting with him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, like, do you know the type? Oh, I know all about guns, and I was in the military and this and that." But I think he was. He said that he was. I didn't know if he was lying or not. So I was like, "Oh, okay." Like, no, I don't know. I knew to be like, so I kind of test you on it. So we're chatting when he's telling us all stuff. So I was saying, I was like, "Why aren't you there new then?" Because he's like doing gardening now. He's a gardener. I was like, "So why aren't you in there new?" And he goes, "Oh, PTSD." I was like, all right then. And I'm just sort of like, right, like, he maybe he's 30. And I'm like looking at him, and he looked like he had his stuff worked out somewhat. I wouldn't say PTSD yet, but I don't know what's going on inside. And then chatting to the other one, and he was like, "Oh, I've been to jail," and I'm just like, and like I'm just realizing that everyone there's fucking scummy.
Yeah.
So anyways, like fast forward about a month, he doesn't talk to them all anymore, and he's like, "I'm better than them." Like the literally fucking mugs. And I'm saying, I was like, yeah, they were like.
That's.
Like,
I see where the like you can't tell if this is good or bad comes from. Like,
yeah,
that's if he's decided that it was like unicorn by comparison, then it's great and all. But like, Ian has a habit of being like, "Oh, these people are mugs."
Thinking he's
like,
better than other people.
like thinking he's better than other people on no basis.
But no, I can see from first, like, I mean, like, there was this bit where, like, one of them slapped Ian as hard as the fucking could in the back of the head, so Ian turned around and slapped them very fucking soft across his cheek. Then it was like, "Stop the music. Why'd you hit him, Ian?" I was like, "What? You hit him first?" And he's like, I was just slapping him. And they're like, no, you didn't hit him like that. You didn't fucking do that to him. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it was really awkward and weird.
That's eerily similar to Chucky, actually.
Yeah. And it was just like, I was looking at Ian sat on the sofa like this little puppy with these fucking disabled dogs around him.
No,
It reminds us of. Oh, I nearly said the name. You know exactly who I'm going to mention.
It was
Luis.
No, do you know what it?
Lilac-son.
Do you know what?
You know who I'm on about.
Yeah,
it's the exact same deal where they're so desperate to fit into like a crowd that they just take shit, and then they're eventually adopted as their own. Do you know what I mean? They become the scum.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I got really, really angry at Ian for.
Oh boy!
It was when that. Like I was really I was fuming because he turned around like, and it was when he had to go in a hospital. Because some lad, did he crack his ribs or something? Just came in, took the shit out of him.
No, wait, I think Ian was already in a cast, right? He got fucking done in some of it. Oh no, that was when he felt like some plasterboard fell on him and it broke his arm. But he got fucking done in, so then he went, like, he was out with his pal, like, they were like doing pubs and stuff. And then his pal was like, "Oh, we'll go over here because I've got a pal who lives there." So they went to this pal, like his pal's pal kind of thing, mutual friend's house. And this kid's apparently an absolute legend. He's a proper legend.
Just gonna bring it back. Just carry on though.
Okay. And it was like, oh, okay, cool. Like Ian's like bigging him up. He's a proper fucking hero. He's a legend. But apparently he's just got a tendency to just flip. So Ian and his pal are around this guy's house, who's an absolute legend. And he flips, and then he looks at Ian. Just out of nowhere, he just looks at Ian, and in Ian's words, Ian looked back at him and went, "Oh, fuck," because he knew he was going to flip. So this kid runs and starts kicking the absolute shit out of Ian. Absolutely does, completely does him in. Grabs him, drags him out of the house, and throws him down a flight of stairs. And then Ian just dealt with it. And
I was like, "Did you not do anything?" And he was like, "Well, no."
No, he's me pal. He just gets like that sometimes.
Just gets like, who does
that, man?
Like, this lad, he just looks at him and does him in. Oh, that's fine. That's just Keith. That's what he does.
Connor, like,
you.
No, like, I'll tell you now, Connor, about how I fucked my shoulder.
Oh,
how like, because I dislocated it like last Saturday or something. But it kind of thingies to, like, at least fucking stand up for yourself. Because I know what Ian would have been like in this fucking situation. So we were out, right? And, like, we were watching the McGregor match. And
God.
I got completely fucked. And I wasn't ready to go home once it finished. I was like, oh, let's go on somewhere. And me other pal was like, oh, we'll go on back to mine. And he lives with one of me managers, one of the new ones, you know. And the new manager's dead, canny, and he would have been dead asleep as long as we were quiet. Yeah, as long as he's like dead quiet and stuff. And so we got in his house and we're just chatting and like we put on music and stuff. And like it's all my pals in the room and then these two come in and they're like, what's it called, mates? They're fucking the manager's mates, right? And one of them, I know where to lie, he just looks the double of our Harris. And the other one is like 27 or something, you know, big fucking lad. And he's got this like furious fucking look on his face. And they just sit down for a while. And like after like 5-10 minutes, the fucking big lad, he comes up to us and like I'm sitting down and I'm chatting. He's like, yeah, you, what the fuck do you think you're doing in this house? And I look at him and I go, I'm here because someone invited us. Fuck off back to your corner. And he fucked off, right? And I was fuming. First words out of his mouth, he came in.
Not
and
even
fucking shut on us.
Hello, just an absolute cunt to you for no reason.
Yeah, like I was furious, and I was like, I'm gonna bat him tonight. I turn around, I was like, fucking hit him. I am gonna fucking hit him. And I was like, if he fucking talks to me like that again, and like he doesn't, he goes and he starts like talking shit to everybody about being there. And so like another lad is like, I'll get everyone out. Come on, like it's like, and we all gone outside, right? And one of the birds starts kicking off with him, calling him a little puff and all that kind of stuff, and you know, just being a bellend because she was pissed.
Aye.
And so I used it as an excuse. I was like, yeah, you're fucking starting a bird, you puff. Start like, this kind of shit, right? Fuck off. Anyway, whatever. Mate, like, I was fuming at him, and I was calling him all sorts, like, and fucking, like, you know, he does what he does. He fucking punches us. It's fucking out, and I'm fucking punching him back, and I fall. Like, I just trip, and bang, my shoulder guns.
Jesus.
And, like, because this is, like, it was me bad arm anyway, because a bouncer sucker punched us a couple of weeks beforehand.
What the fuck, Alan?
He was trying to protect the lady.
I was. The lady. But anyway, no, so it was already fucked. And so when I dropped, it just fucking went. And, you know, I start screaming and all that. And the lad's coming up. And the Harris looking lad, he was canny because I attacked him. And I was like, no offense, I'm going to fucking kick the shit out of your pal. Like, you know, just before that, I was like, I hate him. Nobody fucking talks to me the way he talks to us. All this kind of stuff. And I'm like fucking screaming on the ground. I've never had pain like it.
Yeah, I don't imagine it was pleasant.
It was the worst, right? And I'm yelling. And the lad's like right there. And the thing's like, oh, stop it. And I start punching his leg with my good hand. And I'm trying to drag him down. And I'm yelling at him. Like, you fucking little dickhead. And Alice like fucking screaming. I was like, I fucking batter you. And like fucking, and the other lad tries to get us off, like tries to get it apart. And he keeps punching us in the back of the head.
Jesus.
It's now though, soft as shit. I've got a head like steel, Connor.
I'm well aware you've got a big fucking skull, Alan, but that's not the point.
Yeah. But anyway, so like, but my other friend, he sees this. Like, he sees, like, the other lad, like, kind of on us, and he thinks I'm just getting fucking set on by two of them. And so he runs up to this poor Harris-looking lad, fucking boinks him right on the nose, blood just goes, like, it explodes off the kid. And, you know, like,
poor Harris.
The other kid stops. Me, I'm like, on the floor going, because the pain's finally set in. The other lad's like, you know, they've split that other lad off. Like, you fucking cunt! And I'm like, yeah, like, it's like a puppy getting, like, you know, kicked. Like,
yeah.
That's the kind of noises I was letting out, right? And so, like, to the lass and the fucking this other lad, like, you know, they pick us up and they take us to, like, the Newcastle hospital. and I'm in it, and it's like 7 in the morning or something, 8 in the morning, and I am fuming. I am like in tears because of the pain, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking butt him. I'm gonna kill him. Just you wait. He thinks this is how I just want. I'm gonna fucking heal up, and I'm gonna fucking hit him. I was like, he was lucky. He was fucking lucky.
Lucky that you fell out and snapped your arm on a table.
And I was,
Fucking
and I
Christ.
was yelling in the ER, right? And me mates were like, shut up, Alan. Kids ganning past, and all this kind of stuff. I don't even care. Like I was pissed as a fart. Still, I was like, it took me like 3 hours to see someone,
Jesus.
and then like I started sweet talking the nurses. Oh, sorry, but I kept
Started
saying
white knighting
fucking,
them.
and they kept telling us off about it. And like, and I've never felt so relieved than when like they popped me shoulder
Yeah.
back into place. It was the best feeling ever. Like I was like,
Instant pain
oh
relief.
god, that was the like, and like they give us like they hopped us up on morphine because it was that bad.
You're a fucking idiot, you Alan.
And it was about 1 or 2 before I could go home.
Yeah.
And I was sitting, I was just chanting all that shit, doing what I do.
Tell them that the reason that you snapped John was because you were protecting the lady.
Yeah,
Oh,
Andrew, you missed the development. Alan's officially a fucking
And
white
I
knight.
didn't protect the lady. I was gonna
what?
fucking hit him
Alan's a
anyway.
white knight?
I didn't white knight.
You did?
Fuck off.
You literally white knighted!
It was an excuse to hit him.
Right, but that doesn't make it not a white knight.
You protected ladies on Alan. That means you're
Aye.
entitled to sex.
Whatever you say. Anyway, fucking. So I was fucking hopped up on morphine. I'd work like in like 9 hours.
The thing is, Alan, for fuck's sake, right?
Stop
if you...
drinking on a work night!
No, that's fine. There's no problem with that. When you snap bones and stuff, don't sit there going, oh, fucking hell, I'm going to be late for work. Call in sick. Oh, mate, I've got a fucking bent arm. You know what I mean? They're going, oh, need Bob Alan, not fucking hell.
Oh, hold on, mate. I've lost 3 fingers. I'll be like 30 minutes late.
Yeah, I'm going to be 10 minutes late. Please don't sack us. Is your boss a woman?
Well, anyway, what happened?
The answer is
was,
yes.
When I got in, it was 1, and I messaged me pal. Oh, don't suppose you cover up.
It's getting loud.
And I was saying, I don't suppose you could cover his, and fucking, because I was fucked. Like, alcohol and morphine mixed, it was just, and I had a big sleep, and I woke up, it was around 8, I had work at 9, and fucking, when I see me message, and fucking, the lad never replied back, so I got all my shit on, and I was hopped up on morphine, fucking worked the entire shift, and I got army stuff and all that. It wasn't too bad.
You're
Alan,
an idiot.
your boss, what's her name?
Nothing for you. And she's an ugly bird anyway.
Oh, okay, but
I would-
still
Well,
there.
she's still a bird. You're gonna white knight her anyway.
Not my type.
What,
Your
woman?
type's female.
What?
Is she Irish?
Oh, no. She's Irish, Alan.
Aye.
That's a yes.
Honestly though, that's just a fucking coincidence.
Oh my god, she is!
Coincidence! Alan just admitted
It
I'm
is a coincidence.
Irish birds.
I don't have a fucking thing for Irish birds.
Alan, if you admit it
Fucking-
right now,
this
I'm
meme has to fucking die. This meme has to die.
It's not a meme.
I've
It's
got a
consistently
Irish
true.
birds. Do you want to talk about like the fucking teacher?
Which
The
teacher?
Irish teacher. Where this came from?
Yeah. How you had a
Please,
crush
mate.
on a maths teacher in yeah.
I didn't have a fucking crush.
yeah.
I fucking
No,
despised
she
her.
was oh shit, no, because you were in a different class.
It was like year 8 or 9. And,
Oh, but then Alan got moved into her class in year 11.
Alan
didn't he?
had the most amazing amount of sexual tension with the teacher you've ever fucking seen. It was like, you know the old
I
adage,
fucking
like, oh, you
despised
bully
her,
the
no.
girls you like. Like, it was literally that. Like, they would have these little, like, playful back and forths in the middle of lesson, and everybody was like,
It
Alan,
wasn't
hide your
playful.
fucking boner, man.
It wasn't playful. I fucking hated her. And I hate it. Like,
And she used to like move him in seats to try and get like a eye of his boner, and he would like sort of cross his legs and walk to the next seat. It was ridiculous.
you can seriously piss off like, how much this is fucking irritating is. Like, I'm gonna become Raph soon. Like, I swear to God.
He's evolving.
No, like, right, so fucking, like, so, first day of fucking maths, like, we're sitting there, and
That's when you see her.
this stupid bitch is like,
In the crowd, he saw her face.
I read, everybody,
Seen her in a
fucking,
smoky room.
like, everybody pick your seats, and these seats are what you're gonna be in. I don't want you ever fucking moving from them.
Apart from you, Alan.
And so obviously we all
You can sit right
sat
here.
together. Fuck off, Jack. I'm telling the story and stop.
Hello, everyone.
Together,
My
but
name's
Alan was like, "Hold on, I want to be
so-
close to Miss."
And so no.
Hello, everyone.
no,
My name's
no.
Miss Moore, but Alan, you can call me Lindsay.
Wink.
Wink.
You could seriously, Jack. Fuck off. But- so like there was a student that
Can feel
came
him
from
getting
like
red.
there was a student that came from down fucking London, right? Like
Ugh.
up for like 2 a month or something, and
Really?
Harry
Who
Allen a
was that?
fucking werewolf, right? And like
It's on about Nazareth, I think.
yes,
Oh shit! Yeah.
and we were all in our fucking seats, like, you know, like, because we've been sitting on them for like a week or something, and then
Give
he
me some-
joins our fucking table, like he just gets a seat and joins it,
I'm gonna quickly
and
get
so
myself some
whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever, Jack. Go on then.
We didn't care, just gone. I'm telling the story. It just means you didn't interrupt.
Miss Alan's bullying us again.
Good. Do it more, Alan.
Fuck.
I like that.
Like a dominant man.
This is not fucking funny. This is the worst, right? But no, you fucking so this fucking kid, right? So this kid randomly adds a seat, and then like there's no room for him, but he's there anyway, and whatever, you know. The bygones be fucking bygones. Next fucking lesson, he's in my seat,
That was Nazareth's seat? I don't know what you mean.
and I'm like, get out my seat. But he barely speaks a word of fucking English for some reason. He speaks werewolf.
It wasn't that.
And then he was like,
he was
and he had a
nervous.
face like a fucking, his eyes widened like a fucking puppy. And you were like, that's Nazrat's seat. And I'm like, it's not, it's my seat. And you were like, no, Alan, it's Nazrat's seat. And then Miss Moore, what's going on over there? I was like, well, he's in my seat. And she's like, I don't care, Alan, just sit in a seat. And so I pull up a seat to the thing, and she's like, no, Alan, there's other tables. And I'm like, really? I was like, alright. I sit down, right? And literally for like, I think like 2 days or something, Nazrat steals me fucking seat before I can get there. Right? And so, on the third day, I finally get my fucking seat back, and I tell them to fuck off. And they're all like, that's Nazrat's seat, Alan. I don't know when you became fucking besties with this mute, but somehow you did. So, you might have the Tunstall charm for Anna. But anyway, like, so Nazrat's looking at us, right? And he's just standing about like a fucking idiot. I'm like, get another seat somewhere else. And Miss Moore's like, Alan, what are you doing? I'm like, what? And it's like, you're in Nazrat's seat? I was like, it's not Nazrat's seat. And she's like, Alan, move. I was like, are you fucking joking me? I've got to move. And she's like, you know what, Alan? Come up to the front. I'd come up to the front with fucking...
Right in front of our desk.
Right in front of a desk. Like, nobody else was on my
Like there
row.
might as well
Nobody
be
wanted-
at a table for two. It's so romantic.
Fuck off. Nobody else wanted to be there. Right? And I despised her. Seriously. Like, and the entire thing, from that moment, I just glared, and I was and then you turned around and you told the Rajis in the class that I fancied her. You and fucking Jack, you spun this tale And then the Rajis being the Rajis. Alan, you fancy Miss Moore?
Miss Moore, I heard it as well, you know. She started playing along.
And I turned around to her and said that I hated her. No. And I laughed and I was like, no, are you joking me? But you kept playing along with it. And it was the worst. No, it wasn't fucking funny, Connor.
It was fucking hilarious. It's still hilarious to this fucking day. Fucking to this day, right? That is like my single most masterminded thing on the planet. Like, Alan doesn't know this, right? This is time to come clean. We knew it wasn't Nazrat's seat, but I pushed that it was because it was annoying him.
Yeah.
Well, it obviously wasn't Nazrat's. I know you were doing it to annoy us. Either that or you became best friends with them.
Yeah, Nazrat was sweet, man. I convinced him that I was American.
God, I fucking hated him.
Hell, man.
Oh, shit.
He's a fucking weirdo.
Hello.
And that wasn't fucking funny.
It
I
was
swear.
hilarious, mate. The single funniest story to ever come from a time in school is how much sexual tension there was between you and Miss Moore.
There was no sexual tension.
There was infinite amounts, mate.
How come everyone that knows about it knows that there was sexual tension apart from you, Alan?
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe you're just clueless with women. Maybe you like Irish women, but you don't know that's why you white knight them.
Fuck you. Like, like, nah. Like, yeah. I wish I'd disconnected right now.
It was so good. It was so like the best part were when she got wind of it and just started like playing along. Holy
I hated her.
shit!
I
it was
hated her.
amazing. Like it would be like I don't remember exactly, but somehow Miss Moore caught wind of it, and she was like, "Is this true, Alan?" And he was like, "No, I hate you." And she was like, "You don't mean that." Like batting her eyelashes at him and everything.
And it was like there's no banter going on here, miss. I hate you. Just like everyone else in class.
Oh, God.
Oh shit.
You know, she stopped me after like class and went, Andrew, I hear you're good at Call of Duty.
Oh,
like, what?
no way.
What do you mean?
Miss Moore was cheating on Alan
Miss
with
Ma
you.
was lusting after you.
Oh shit, man.
She
Oh,
had a
that
little
was
Call of
fucking
Duty
amazing.
fling with Andrew, but Alan was our main squeeze leg.
Fuck off. Seriously.
You can feel his
like,
cheeks
it's
going red as he talks about it. That's the best part.
It's the one thing. It's the one thing I'll never forgive you for. I hated it.
Oh god.
I hated it. And I never understood. Like, I could not stand her, and she thought it was the funniest fucking thing in existence.
I remember when I passed math, like early entry, and I was like, right, okay, Jack, now you've got a decision. Would you like to go on for a higher paper, or are you just going to accept your passing grade? I was like, I'll just accept that passing grade. She was like, okay then. You're going to go down the hall to, like, I can't remember his name, whatever teacher's class,
Yeah.
and tell him,
Shitty one.
yeah, tell him that you're in his class now, and you don't have to do like the work and stuff. You can just catch up on your coursework and shit. I was like, alright, sweet. So I open the door. There's fucking Connor sat at his desk. And gives us the fucking cheesiest smile. I sit doing it. I'm like, you alright? Because I was like, where do I sit? And he goes, oh, sit wherever you want. So there was a space. So Connor said, oh, you alright? He goes, yeah. I was like, what you doing? He goes, oh, fucking nout. When teacher doesn't teach you it. I'm like, what? And then this guy sat and he puts out like photocopies of a fucking maths book on every table, and then he just starts yabbing shite.
Yeah,
And
it
I'm
doesn't do
Let's
well.
talk about how he fucking coached some football fucking players. Honestly.
Just like,
Yeah,
I'm
don't-
sat
This
looking,
is-
I'm
this
like,
is-
We've been-
is the guy that we bamboozled into telling like his angel touch story in like
Oh,
English.
fucking hell.
But anyway, that's not that. It's a fact of, and I remember this because I was hurt. Right, it was because I was in his shitty class, right? And fucking, they didn't tell us about any of this. All we had was like, Jack came in, Connor came in, fucking literally everybody came in. We were all like together, and it was fucking great, and I was happy. And then Miss Moi comes in, that fucking bitch comes in, right? And says names. And I'm the only fucker from that group, right, that has to get in a fucking class. Well, you's got to fucking laze about and do nothing with some lazy
You
fucking
got to hang out
teacher.
with your mate and screens, it's fine. You have some after school sessions, Alan.
No, Connor.
No!
I
think I
really
caught him
did.
out.
No!
Fuck off. It's not funny.
If it's not funny, why am I laughing so much, Alan? Oh,
Because
fucking
you're a
hell.
bully.
I'm crying.
Are we going to end this soon?
Nah, not yet.
Because, you know, like, if you grill us too much, you might burn us.
Yeah, I've been on the grill for a bit, like. I need you to stay out of class. No!
Alan, I'm going to need a one-on-one session. No!
No!
Fuck.
Oh, shit, man.
Oh.
I don't see how any of this is funny. What I see this as is bullying.
Who taught your teacher about it?
Tell your teacher.
Fuck off, Jack.
Wow. I was not ready for that.
Oh, shit, man.
Oh,
What grade did you get in maths, Alan?
me?
You start for effort.
Fuck off, I failed it.
Should I let you
Same.
fail after dragging you on that whole time?
Fucking
pass the
hated it.
final
I
exam.
really did hate maths. And I was never going to fucking revise maths, you can fuck that. I don't care.
Aye, but at least you got taught it. Fucking Gabby Boy was a piece of shit and I hated him for I still hold him responsible for the state of my maths grade.
No, that's the reason I got a fucking really bad maths grade.
I think
You
Miss
got a
Love was
fucking...
willing to teach
I
you.
don't know why you got to stay in class, Connor. Did you fail your maths?
What do you mean, yeah? Like, I had the Gabby Boy, we never got taught now.
I had
Yeah,
the Gabby... No,
Yeah,
I had
Alan,
the...
we both got moved to Gabby Boy. We're in the same fucking class.
Yeah, but that's because you passed. You got like a C. That's
Yeah,
what
the
pass
early
is.
Like, the mock exams.
No, like, Alan, what happened was people got moved out of, like, fucking Gabby Boy's class who actually had potential to get a C in the second sitting. I got moved
Is
into
that it?
I got
Yeah.
moved into Gabby Boy's class because I was done with math. I'd passed. So I wasn't going to go for a higher grade.
Math, Connor?
No.
Right, what it was is I was projected to get a C, then I got put in Gabby Boy, then I got stuck in Gabby Boy for the last year, and I got taught nothing. Like,
Because
I,
Gabby Boy was the fucking worst. I didn't get
I
taught anything. It's
hated
why
him.
I failed and had a fucking gun in a bitch's class. Oh,
it's hard to remember the timeline of stuff so long ago now, but I still hold him responsible for my maths grade. Like, holy shit. Like, the full last year of school, it was just, we got taught about
Did
how
you know
he
about
wrote
him?
books and how he touched
still-
angels and shit.
Yeah. Oh, the angel story, man. I remember we were sat in English and we had him
I
as a
remember we,
substitute.
like, I'm
and,
sure it was you and Owen that persuaded him. Yeah.
Because we knew about him. Because of Connor. And so he's turned. He said, "Oh, your teacher's left with this." I was like, "Sir, don't you fucking write books and all that?" Owen's like,
Oh, well, yes.
I heard that you managed Newcastle United." He's like, "Well, of course I did."
Fucking
So he was like, "Oh, next, like he started jamming shit. He goes, next lesson I'm going to read a bit from your book and all that because it's English related. So he came in, he started reading his book, and it was really like it had subject.
Yeah, really suggestive tones.
Yeah, and it was like this boy who got touched by an angel came down and touched him. I remember there was a bit of a caravan involved, and it was really weird. It was really awful to listen to.
Yeah.
But we weren't really listening because he didn't care. He was like, talk if you want, like, kind of thing, while he read his fucking book. It was very weird. I don't know how the fuck he was left there.
And then Miss Broadway came in fuming next lesson because she didn't teach, because he didn't teach shit.
Am I crackly again, by the way?
No, you're fine.
Right.
Nah, but oh god.
I mean, we can wrap this up if you want. Like, we have been going for a tiny bit now.
Yeah, we've been going for a while.
Yes.
Aye.
Okay. We'll touch back up with Miss Moore next time.
Yeah. Alan would love to touch back up with that.
No!
No!
It's not funny, you know.
It's fucking
We're ending this on a downer. We're ending this on a sad note. This is what this is. We're ending this on a scene of bullying.
The first and last episode. Well, there we are. The themes are consistent.
We've got to get Miss Moore.
We've got to get her on
Like, the
special
next
guest. Oh my god! Can we need
Can we
to try
get
that?
Miss Moore in here?
We need to try that. That
You
used to
can
be
fuck
something.
off.
No, that would be fucking magical, Alan.
It wouldn't. It wouldn't. I wouldn't be here.
It would be beautiful.
Nah.
And get her side of the story.
Nah.
I would love
There's
to
no
hear his side of the
story.
story. I'd love to hear his side of the
I
story.
wonder if she can actually remember Alan, or like,
You never forget
Yeah.
your first.
I doubt that was our first. To be fair,
Our first student-teacher relationship.
no,
way.
maybe, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck you, man.